Morning, Christian.
Yes, let's talk about Wole Soyinka accusing Ahmed Dati of wanting to annul the election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
This man, Wole Soyinka, I think his vices, I mean his excesses, antecedents is getting out of hand. I've never seen such a controversial figure in the recent times in the person of Wole Soyinka, accusing Ahmed Dati. Ahmed Dati is the henchman. If you ask me, I will tell you that Ahmed Dati is supposed to collect the Man of the Year 2023. Why?
Not P2B.
Not P2B. P2B fizzled out. Yeah, P2B was a coward. Last year it was. I don't know about now. That's why I use the word words. I was reporting as if I was talking in passive. Because last year, P2B was a coward. Ahmed Dati was my hero last year. Ahmed Dati came out and told the whole world. He told the whole world that he will never address Tinubu as a president. That Tinubu did not win election. He started campaigning over this illegitimacy of a thing. Tinubu is running a government of illegitimacy, an illegitimate, illegal government. A government that has stolen mandates of an opposition party like Labour Party, and they shocked the whole world that the major person, which is P2B, has not done anything, has not come out to oppose Tinubu. He keeps on calling Tinubu Uncle Tinubu, Uncle Tinubu. And that Ahmed Dati said, I will never address him as a president. INEC rigged election for Tinubu. Tinubu did not win election. Go to his home country and interview him. Mr. Anchor, if you go to his home country, if you interview him, he will tell you that Tinubu is Chief Tinubu, or former governor of Lagos State. And he is entitled to his personal opinion. So if you want to, challenge him at the court level, you can take him to the court. I believe he's going to defend himself. Because it was obvious last year that the whole Nigerians, all of us, we voted Labour Party. And Tinubu, because of his bogus political popularity, hijacked a mandate that belongs to Obi. They robbery, they devil robbery. Openly. Are you listening to what I'm saying?
The sorry state of social media in Nigeria, which he says has been dragged down to the lowest common denominator and taken over by people he described as barbarians. Soyinka said that in other climes, social media is still valid as means of interactions because of the intellectual content and reasoned engagements being deployed by users, but noted that here in Nigeria, the reverse is the case, as those who dragged it down have swapped the intellectual content aspect of it. Soyinka spoke at the 48th President's Party and his investiture as an honorary member of Abeokuta Club in Ogun State, eliciting reactions. Let me take this one from Andrew, who wrote, social media is debunking all political propaganda and the narrative of our so-called elders. We find the truth faster than the lies these days. So I understand the frustration. And if barbarism is what it takes to save Nigeria and do that which they failed to do, so be it. Well, Dr. Abati, I guess over to you, because I believe back in, last year in Egypt, I did speak with Professor Wole Soyinka, and he made the same point. I mean, he's always been a strong advocate for the correct use of language, but the word barbarian triggered a lot of social media users. You want to jump in on both stories quickly?
So a couple of things. First, happy birthday, Reno. I wish you the very best. 50 years is a milestone in any man's life, and wish you many more years, and wish you God's grace in your life. Moving on, as regards what President Wole Soyinka said, I disagree with most of the things he said. Number one, anywhere in the world, there is no clear on intellectual base in social media. Social media was set up by people to be an alternative source of media, and what becomes the editorial benchmark of social media is algorithm. And let's get that clear, because we get too emotional about things like that. I do not subscribe to people that say all sorts of things that are wrong against other people or defame people on social media. But the truth has to be said. The reason why people put social media there, the founders, is to be able to hear the voice of those you will normally not hear in society. So it's not an intellectual base. If Professor Soyinka is saying it's an intellectual conversation on social media is largely for wawulens and all sorts of, you can call it a cultural thought and process, but it's also a thought process. So this idea of elitism on social media does not cut it. It is mostly a renegade form of media. And I'm sure Professor Soyinka remembers strongly during the struggle against Sani Abacha. There was a Kudirat radio too that said a lot of things that the government too will say is derogatory for them. But that was the quest and that was the championing of the cause they needed to do then after the June 12 elections. So let's not forget that, and let's get that out, because I keep hearing this social media. Me that I'm talking, have I been abused many times on social media?
You've been trolled a lot, and what do you feel? How do you feel about those that troll you? See, what do you consider them as?
A lot of the reputational damage and all of that is hurtful.
Right.
But for the fact, the things you can deal with, you deal with. The ones you cannot deal with, you cannot deal with.
So you just ignore them.
So you just ignore them largely, because it's not a reflection of who you are. And I know that
but there needs to be some sort of control, and there needs to be some sort of mannerism, and I guess that's what he's saying.
Hang on a minute. The control will come from the companies that own the social media and their algorithms, but which they are not ready to do because of the revenue they are making from your participation on the platform.
Well, all right.
So let also, if Professor Soyinka is going to direct this, he has to also direct it to the company that makes this. And in the end, the troll, the abuse, the fight, the ethno-religious banter on social media is a reflection of our society. That's what our society has become.
But it shouldn't be accepted. And
so it should not be accepted, and it should be condemned totally. That's what we are saying.
Well, all right.
Security is one of the 8-point agenda of Mr. President. He said that no government, what is sought, can talk about governance if we cannot protect life and property. So the protection of life and property is a key for anybody who aspires to be in government or who presides over governance. FCT is not different. We have had security issues in this country. Various administrations have been able to put in their own efforts, as I said, the best they can. You can also see that the effort being put in place by the present administration. Now, we are talking about FCT as the capital of the nation. I think that's why most people are being worried. It's not as if what is happening in FCT does not apply in other states. But you see, Nigerians forget easily. And that's why we have always said, let's not play politics with the issue of security. Remember, some time ago, in the last administration, we were told that bandits came to Kuje prison and wreaked havoc. Nobody talked about, nobody said there was no minister of FCT. There was a minister. Nobody talked about FCT being the capital. You remember there was a session where terrorists came and bombed the United Nations building here. It was an FCT. Remember, there was an attempt to burn the police headquarters. There was a minister. Now, what is not peculiar is kidnapping, as far as FCT is concerned. And what have led to that? Remember the fights in Northwest and Northeast. Our security agencies have tried to fight, and they have put heat on them, and so most of them had to run away from the Northeast and Northwest, coming down to the North Central.
Good evening to every one of you, my wonderful people. It's good to be back here again. This is another day. Today's new week, Monday, 22nd January 2024. Thank you very much, my people, for your time and for your patience with us, as well. As you all know that we were watching Nigeria match, so I just decided to stay off so that we'll wait for the match to finish first. Luckily, we won the match 1-0. So congratulations to Nigeria and Nigerians all over the world. Thank you very much, my people. Yes, let's get on with our politics discussion today. As you all can see right there, Nnamdi Kanu petitioned British House of Lords, seek urgent intervention. Yes, for the illegal detention of the Nigerian government. So we are going to be taking on that. Then Wike, now they talk just now, talk on the FCT insecurity, kidnapping, and all that, and what they proposed to do prospectively. You know, then Soyinka refers to Nigerians on social media as barbarians. So that's the only three stuff that we have for you guys today. But I have a short video here that I would like to quickly play before we go for Nnamdi Kanu's own. Then we take it from there. Guys, press on the like button, help us to share. I've posted out a link, you know, for you guys want to join us now. It's better you come in this time so that we can start talking. Although I already have about 3 people here with me, 4 of us here right here now. So if you want to join us, click on that link. I'll be reposting it again after this 2 minutes video. Thank you.
Is there no money coming in? Why is NMPC not able to bring in dollars? I'm sorry, this is the question that cost me my job. I will continue asking this question until NMPC is fixed or until I die. Where are the dollars? We need to shine light on NMPC. The finance minister cannot tell you because he doesn't have a metering system that reports to him. The finance minister cannot tell you that today, this is how many barrels of oil that we produce and exported. He can only rely on NPC telling him. Those barrels are revenue. They belong to finance. We've been talking about this for 10 years. We need a metering system. The finance ministry needs to know how much oil we are producing every day, how much oil we are selling, and where the money is going. Because if you don't fix the leakages in that system, if you don't fix the revenue, the dollar revenue issue, you will never fix the exchange rate problem. Oil is not going to grow our GDP. I've always said that. Oil, I mean, if you took out all the oil in Nigeria today and sold it, it would raise our per capita income to maybe $4,000. We won't even be a middle income country. Oil will never make us rich, but it is working capital. It is working capital. It is a lubricant for our import dependent economy. And we cannot afford to continue producing the oil and not seeing the revenue. We are no longer paying subsidies. So where are the dollars? Before it was under recovery. Now we don't have under recovery. Where is the money? It was the issue I raised for which I was suspended. You can suspend me again. Okay? But it is an issue that this country must address. NMPC is the most opaque oil company in the world. When I was in the central bank for 15 years, they had not been audited.
All right. Yes, in terms of the video, we are done. Thank you very much, my people. I'd like to appreciate some of you again, even though I've already showcased many. Thank you very much, Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thanks very much for all you do. Thanks. Oga Pansa, thank you very much. Good evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Mr. Justin Emmanuel, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Abu Azi, I can see you. Thank you very much. Good evening to every one of you right there. Then we have Don Lighter. Thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. Then who again? Grace Continue, Peggy Mogdy, thank you very much. God bless you all, my people. Smart, I can see you right there as well. Good evening to you. SO, I can see you. Anas Zoa, thank you very much. Good evening to you. SS, thank you. God bless you all. Don't fail, and many others right there. Please help us to do your part. press on the like button so that our voices can go far. We have now James with us, Evie Jack, thank you very much. Ben with us as well. Thank you very much. God bless you all, my wonderful people. Okay, let's quickly move on now to Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, this is what is currently going on, and because Nnamdi Kanu and his people, let me put it like that. When I mean his people, I mean his legal group, his lawyers and all that. I've seen that Nigerian government might not be able to help this man out. Then let's see if we can go back to the United Kingdom and see what they can do. Anyway, I don't want to say anything yet, but I would just like to present it how it is, how it is Siam. Remember I said the first talk on the other day, say now they cannot get problem with left his ear or something like that. He's not feeling well and all that. So, but nevertheless, the way the thing they go on, and so we take the carry on. They come here. Okay, let me take on this one quickly, then we can start talking. This is the only article that I guess I have, or maybe I have one more. But let me quickly take this here, then we can move on. As you all can see right there, IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu petitions British House of Lords seeks urgent intervention over detention by Nigerian government. Okay, I'm not going to read everything because it's very, very long, as you can see. Look, it's very, very long. So you guys can just go and read on your own. It's very long. So I'm just going to take some parts, then I'll let it go so that we can start talking. The detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has petitioned the British House of Lords for urgent intervention in his detention and case with the Nigerian government. Kanu, who possesses dual citizenship as a Nigerian and a Briton, wrote the petition through his special counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, describing himself as a political activist who is advocating for self-determination for the people of Biafra nation in the southeastern region of Nigeria. Kanu, in the petition dated January 18, 2024, said that IPOB is registered as a legal entity in the United Kingdom and has numerous offices and chapters around the world. He noted that the group, which was proscribed as a terrorist organization by the former President Muhammadu Buhari government, operates in the open as a no-violent group. The IPOB leader recounted how his ordeal started in October 2015 when he was arrested in Lagos, Nigeria, a few days after he arrived from London, and was subsequently charged with treasonable offenses stemming solely from his pro-Biafra broadcast on Radio Biafra from its location in London. Kanu also recalled how from September 10th to 14th, 2017, Nigerian security forces led by the army attacked his home. The petition read, unquote, okay, the security forces use live bullets and other lethal ammunition, and several people, including Mr. Kanu and his parents, now late, his siblings, children, women, the elderly, and numerous visitors were at the said home with Mr. Kanu during the attack. So I'm going to leave that one right there. I'm just going to leave it right there. So like I said, it's very, very long. So try to go read it, guys, so that you guys can get that through. But the bottom line here, my concern is to bring the headline to you guys. And I've managed to read 1 or 2 paragraphs there, so you guys know where we are coming. And that one carried by Sarah Reporters, although other platforms carried it as well. What I do when I choose mainstream articles, I look at the less destructive, platform to bring here, because most of them are very, very distracting me with so many adverts everywhere, so you cannot really read what you need to read. So that's why. So some of you that see that I bring Sarah Reporter here all the time, because somebody accused me the other day because so we're not your friend. They carry not like we are not partisan here. I say things how it is. I show things how it's supposed to be. They bring channels articles here as well. They bring Arise articles and all that. But if you see so we're on a look, there's no single advert that is distractive, and the write-up, the text is properly structured, you know, right there. But if you go to other platforms like Vanguard and all that, you know, their platform, their website is very, very cumbersome and it's distractive, you know, and discouraging. So that's why. So meanwhile, I would like us to move on, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much for your understanding. So, like I said, I think we are done already. Okay, yes, I have one more left. Not verse. I have one more left. I talk I just now. Make I just quickly bring this one. Only one article, not the video. Don't worry. We are gonna start talking probably in the next 5 minutes. You know, if only nobody called in. But if somebody called in, yes, we'll take it from there. Okay, let me put this on your screen. Due to this current situation that is eating Nigeria dry, as you all can see right there. So another the fight with advert again. This one is coming for People's Gazette. Cleric calls for prayers over impending hardship in Nigeria. They say make we pray, oh, make we pray. Make hunger come off for Nigeria. Make we pray. Make kidnapper come off for Nigeria. Voila. Voila, not the finish for this our country, Nigeria. Oh God. All right, let me just take one or two paragraphs here quickly, and move on. You see the distraction I tell now just now. I hope you guys are seeing it there. Once you scroll up, distraction everywhere. All right, Reverend Joshua Talena, the senior pastor of Shepherd House of Assembly International, has urged Christians to pray against difficult times looming over Nigeria. Might quick jump all these distractions with the ASM, all of them for everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to leave it right there. I beg, Muna Novice. I felt I say I'm always discouraged with all these sites. My God. All right. My people, thank you very much. That's all I have for you today. I will continue on that, but Muna Novice. The distraction is too much on that side. Thank you very much, my people. We have over 400 people watching us across right now. How many people in Nigeria Watch? We have 353 watching us on Nigeria Watch. Please, guys, I want you to press on that like button. Currently, the like is just only. Let me. I will get only 87 like. I don't understand though. People, when I know they like again, what did they happen? Only 87 like. Since morning when me hear they talk, since my throat don't dry. Now only 87. What do they do now? I see they wash mash. Let me pick this call quickly. Thank you very much, Mr. Ben, for calling in. Good evening to you. Please talk to us quickly. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, I greet everybody on the panel. Just real quick, all this Moku pray for Nigeria, Moku pray for Nigeria. Our problems no be prayer. We've been praying since I've been born. We go pray, make good roads, Danny. Are we going to make abundance of food there? Are we going to pray, make electricity there? Are we going to pray for good governance? Our problem no be prayers. Our problem are the people and the system. The system is so rigged and the system is so corrupt. Don't be prayer be our problems. Nigerians need to wake up. We need to wake up. All of this prayer every day. Now we did pray pass. In this entire world, now we pray pass. We get about 5 churches on every street in Lagos. Churches everywhere, prayers everywhere, night vigil everywhere. Where these prayers don't take us to? Nowhere. So we need to start taking actions. All of these words without action, they say faith without works is dead. The kingdom of God suffers violence, and at the violence they take them by force. If we don't do any of these actions, but just they pray every day, nothing is going to work. Nothing is going to work. And for Soyinka calling Nigerians on social media as barbarians, I don't blame him, because right now he's friends with the government. So you go always want pander to the government. You don't get any good things for the average Nigerians on the streets. Look at the exchange rate, almost 1,400 to $1, 1,400 naira to $1, and they just pray. If we pray, the exchange rate will come down. We're talking about economic policy. Look at what Sanusi just said. He said when he was CBN governor, the audit for NNPC was not done for 10 years. 10 good years, no audits. What does that say? It's a system. The people in the system, they are so corrupt, and the system is rigged for opportunities not to work. I'm just tired of that country. I'm so tired of it. Thank you very much for one, please.
Wow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. God bless you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. Let me quickly pick another call here. We have Madam Origin with us. Thank you, Madam Origin, for calling in. Good evening to you, man. Please talk to us.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Ben. You nailed it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. Thank you, our awesome panelists. This is why, look, I don't have to call, but I'm just doing my job as the Niger youth cheerleader, the one for the few, the brave, the ones that have refused to let the status quo remain a status quo. So you all are the reason why I log in every day and want to cheer you up and say, keep up the job. The guy for Wale Soyinka, the guy that the Andrew Abba Agaba that sent in his message just answered Wale Soyinka. And I like what he said. He said, if barbarism is what it takes to save Nigeria and do that which they failed to do, so be it. QED. That is. And our Woolen Soro Fire also answered him. So that takes care of it. We don't want to give them what they want. So for Nnamdi Kanu, this is a step in the right direction. Thank God for, Nigerians are speaking. I still see him as a national figure because his agitation was not only for now he's concentrating the state Biafra, but he was talking for all the marginalized Nigerians, the Nigerians that are hurting, the Nigerians that their lands, their wealth, everything is taken from them, and nobody is talking for them. Thank God for people like Showore, Mr. Lassie, Mr. Niger Watch, Maigo. So we'll keep pushing. I wish, Nigerians will know that this is the injury to one is injury to all. If we don't speak up, a lot of things are going on, and they are not looking like today. We're still screaming and asking Nigeria people, and I want to use this opportunity very, very quickly to call on, did they call her the woman, what is that her job? It's not the youth, for women affairs.
Who?
Uju Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Uju Kennedy, please, this is your office. A lot of Nigerians have died and gone. A lot is going on. When people come out and scream for help, they should be listened to. We have still not had anything from Ruth Ogunleye, that soldier girl that cried out. She is a representation of all women that are harassed at workplace. In case you don't know, this is what Ruth Ogunleye represents. She represents all women, whether married or married, that are being abused and harassed at workplace. So I have called some today. It is you, Uju Kennedy. You know where that woman is. Come and speak to Nigerians. Enough of making Nigerians feel like, they don't matter. The life of every Nigerian matters. I rested there. On Mr. Sanusi and whatever, I know that our awesome panelists will take care of it. So I just want to reiterate on Ruth Ogunleye. we need to know what is going on with her life. We don't want to hear stories. We have had enough of people coming out and they are silenced. God bless you, Mr. Niger Watch. I rest it there.
Thank you, Madam Origin. God bless you, man. Thank you. All right, guys. Appreciate every one of you right there. As una know, say Nigeria situation, it be as it gets. Always, always, always. You know, they say make we pray. God. Make we start our prayer for year. May not gonna be like say I can't go wrong, come on, you know, come on for my lane. No. Now, question they ask, you guys want us to start our own prayer first for year, and we all take come from there. Because they say make we pray. Abuna not believe in prayer. Ever people. Kai, make we pray smaller. Make we also pray at least for 1 minute. Because they say make we pray for Nigeria, make hunger go, make what is it called? Make kidnapping, insecurity, make it go, and many others. So I believe say make we just pray small for here, make we take come from there. I don't want to offend anybody, but make we pray. Or make we all live and more not pray, more not pray, more talk. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Sometimes when you see things like this, you're beginning to ask yourself that how did we end up here? Allow religionism to sink us to where we are today in Nigeria. Whereas the UK where midday, the UK people will get their country, now they pray. The way Nigerians they pray. America where you day, people will get America, now they pray. The way Nigerians they pray. Germany where you day, Canada, any Western world where they stay, we find comfort in their countries, and they don't pray as much as we do, and they have a better country. But our own, now God, now we they pray to all the time. Even God will they pray to don't look us. These people, una they pray, and they answer una. Una they pray, they answer una. Una still don't know what to now what do. In fact, we go pray. Make we your pray. All right, guys. Yes, I believe say we don't pray how it's supposed to be. And for some of the way we believe say prayer not the answer. Some of the way they say prayer, you know the answer. Or make I baptize you now. Make I baptize you now.
I baptize you in the name of Jesus. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord.
My baptize you now again.
I baptize you in the name of Jesus. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. I baptize you in the name of Jesus. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. I baptize you in the name of Jesus. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord.
Okay, I believe say that God don't answer our prayers now. So that pastor clearly we talk just like make we pray. I been looking at airport tell or God say we don't pray. Oh, thank you very much, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Kai God, hey, our country supposed to Netflix. To be honest, Nigeria suppose your day Netflix. As we all finish work like this, you see press remote. You press Nigeria, you see everywhere. You see Goria Oluku, you see Go Bazuwa, you see I go for two switcher. But meanwhile, let's move on. Mr. Alex, thanks for joining us, my brother. I appreciate you. Good evening to you. Please, I'd like you to talk to us.
Yes, euphoric and bountiful salutations from my domicile, Mr. Najawa. Thank you for your revelation intervention. Thank you for your work for a month of Sundays and for donkey days or donkey months now. I want to say, Obobo Lobuna, that the voice of the people will always remain the voice of God.
Thank you.
Wole Soyinka has exposed himself that he is, when it comes to history, he is an historical dwarf. His knowledge of history is so infinitesimal. He has a shallow knowledge of history. The word barbarian is, for me, I don't consider it as a bad word. The barbarians were the ones that were responsible for the fall of the ancient Roman Empire. When Roman Empire became corrupted, they became so corrupt, they engaged in all sorts of immoral activities. They had problems. The empire was so vast, they were in charge of the whole world. The so-called barbarian were the one that invaded Rome and brought down that empire. And the term barbarian was used by the ancient Greek and Roman scholars to refer to foreign peoples, including German and Celtic peoples to the north and Hunnic and Slavic people to the northeast. The immigration of those peoples into the Mediterranean region led to the downfall of Roman. I'm quoting Google just now, just on a general knowledge. So Wole Soyinka for me should be ready. He called barbarians in a negative connotation on the internet. We are bringing them down. We will bring them down. Their corruption, their wickedness, their heartlessness. Soyinka was in Lagos when things were going on during the elections. He pretended to have traveled. He didn't travel anywhere. He was in Nigeria when Deborah's life was taken, broad daylight. So these were the characters of the great Roman Empire leaders. The politicians in Rome engaged in all sorts of immoral activities. Incest, mother sleeping with children, father sleeping with daughters. They forgot their morals. Whereas the so-called barbarians were organized, disciplined set of people. Let me further read to you a little bit. A barbarian is a member of a people who are not part of the ancient great nations. The designation is usually applied as a generalization based on a popular stereotype. Barbarians can be, it's not, for me, that's his business. But these social media barbarians are fighting them very hard. Just like the ancient barbarians fought the Roman empires and conquered them. And we will conquer them. If he's not feeling the heat, why is it, shooting back? If social media is not powerful, why is he crying over the barbarians? Why is he acting like the Gogo Medusa of the ancient Roman Empire or the Kraken of the ancient Greek mythology? So he could be a Nobel laureate in literature, but he has no knowledge of history. He exposed himself. He just exposed himself that he belonged to the cartel of corrupt people, just like the ancient Roman Empire was corrupt, which led to their downfall. Their borders were exposed. The kingdoms were broken into different kingdoms, and they were invaded. They were plunged. The same thing we are going to do it, and we are organizing ourselves. We'll keep pushing. We push through the NSAS hashtag end police brutality. We came through the obedient movement. We are coming. We will keep pushing ideologically. If he's not feeling the heat of his wickedness, if his wickedness is not popular to the blind, is not visible to the blind, or is not audible to the deaf, why is he crying? How did he know that there are barbarians in the social media? I challenge him to historical facts. Literature and history are two different, and history is a bedrock of law, and law is part of the tenets of principles of democracy. Hypocrites. I dare to say, a political, charlatans. Because he has been quiet. Because a Yoruba man allegedly is now a president. All the cry about restructuring that he was crying in Buhari administration. All the cry about decentralization of power in Nigerian, presidential democracy. Where are the, all the articles he has been writing? The speeches he gave in Washington. Where are those? We are not fools. Yes, I'm proud. If this is how to be a barbarian, I'm proud to be a social media barbarian. And I will always be a barbarian. If talking about insecurity makes me a barbarian, if talking about the lack of transparency, the rampant, rampage borrowing of money by Tinubu's government, Buhari government, this is, talking about it, where people are suffering, millions of dollars are stolen on a daily basis. If this has to be a barbarian, let me be a barbarian. Let my children even be barbarians. Because they will carry on from anywhere I stopped. If asking for, Nnamdi Kanu to be released, as the court has ruled, is being a barbarian, let me be a barbarian. If asking for self-actualization, like Scotland wants to leave the UK, is being a barbarian because the country is not treating us fairly, let me be a barbarian. Catalonia should be barbarians because they want to leave from Spain. That means Pakistan that left from India, they are also barbarians. You see, by force to live in a marriage where you are assaulted and abused on a daily basis, Mr. Wole Soyinka, let us be barbarians. Ask your government, your brother's government, your fellow tribal bigotry man who is the president, what is happening to the borrowed money? Who is in charge of our national accounts, of our sovereign patrimony, of our commonwealth as a nation? The crude oil in the deltas, the gold in Zamfara, the bitumen in Ogun State, the californium in Sambisa Forest, who are responsible for the insecurity. If this is how to be a barbarian, I think I'm happy to be a barbarian. Mr. Noble Lawrence, you could be an expert in literature, but in history, sorry, sir, you are just a dwarf. You know nothing. I will sit you down, school you respectively, sir. You shouldn't have used that word barbarian because it's not a bad word. You are talking like the capitalists. But for me, I've never had any respect for you since election period. You lost my respect during that period, sir. So I'm happy to be a barbarian, and I will always be a barbarian. We love it. Look at the minister appointed by Tinubu. Monies are stolen every day. 585 million, 30 billion, 80 billion. If talking about it as a citizen, as a stakeholder, the land that my forefathers gave to me to protect. If this is what makes me a barbarian in a democracy, I think, Mr. Soyinka, if not for old age, I would have asked you, maybe you need a psychiatric attention, sir. But I respect gray hair because I want to have a lot of it. As people grow older, you expect them to be more truthful, to be more sympathetic, to be more closer to God. But the reverse is the case with you, sir, Mr. Soyinka. Calling social media people back. Wait for the backlash. You will know the meaning of barbarians. You will see the historical antecedents and the greatness of barbarians. And your Nigerian Roman Empire and the corrupt cartel, they will definitely be brought down, just like the ancient barbarians brought down the Roman Empire. Markets, it's coming, it's crashing already. You saw it at the elections. Why was Beavers switched off? You will never address that. Were you not on this planet when Beavers was switched off? When a certain ethnic, tribe was being profiled, shops were burnt down, a lady was almost blinded, people lost their lives. How are the mighty falling? Tell it not in Gaps. Publish it not in the streets of Ascalon, Mr. Soyinka. Lest the daughters of the Philistines rejoice, and of the uncircumcised triumph. With all you've read, this is where is your moral conscience? It's not all about literature or grandiloquent expressions. Let's talk about morality. Exactly how the Romans were behaving. Exactly. Oppressiveness, suppression, corruption, looting, rape, incest. Suddenly they were invaded. We are invading you peacefully, democratically. And you are feeling the heat already. You are the real Roman leaders in Nigeria, and you will go down. Nigeria was, I'm very happy to be a barbarian. Let me talk about Nnamdi Kanu. For me, Nnamdi Kanu is one of the most popular people right now. Yeah, he may have issues. When I remember him, I think about the leaders of Catalonia who want to leave from Spain. Nnamdi Kanu was not always a violent person. Nnamdi Kanu was not asking for much. Nnamdi Kanu was ready for dialogue. His house was invaded. His family members were murdered. He ran for his life to Israel. Resurfaced in the UK. Kidnapped in Kenya. Extradited unlawfully to Nigeria. Beaten. His human rights were trampled upon. Such a citizen has a British passport, and you tell me the British government is not involved in this? I say kabuturi jetamenta to that. Say that to the birds. Of course, now you can deduce where the call, where the call for the Lekki Toll Gate massacre to happen, where the call came from. Your guess is as good as mine. During elections, why was your Hanek elected president? Why was he always in France and in UK? Your guess is as good as mine. It's a shame on the United Kingdom government for a citizen of theirs, whether dual citizen or cheapo citizens, I don't care, to be facing injustice orchestrated by Nigerian government or by them themselves, the UK. I say it's a shame. It's such a shame. UK is a home of democracy for me. UK is an example of democratic practices. UK is an example of Eldorado and citizen welfare. UK is supposed to be an example of the rule of law. Citizenship rights guaranteed. Is Nnamdi Kanu passport not British passport? Is there fake British passport, or is there second class British passports? Because no British citizen will go through what is going through in Buckingham Palace or the Congress in Downing Street. We will not be shaking. So that's a question for their conscience. For me, he has written his name in gold. Not everybody live to be 100 years. I'm not wishing him death, but it's good to live for something than die for nothing. Such men have my respect. Nelson Mandela was in jail for the almost similar reasons. You may argue, but for 27 years. Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana was also imprisoned for asking for freedom for the people of Ghana. Yes, he succeeded and got them freedom, but he paid with his life. Who do we talk about? Is it Madibu Keita? Who? Name them. People. Is it Sankara? They are all intertwined. So we are watching them. We continue to speak. Let Nnamdi Kanu go. Release him. These are we all spoke. Nigeria and other countries spoke for Mandela through music, through movies, through organizational protests across the globe, donations, meetings, symposium, forums. We continue to speak. I'm happy that they are replying because they are feeling it. People are mocking them in their area of influence. Their friends, their peers, the people around them are mocking them. They're asking them questions. This is what is prompting the reactions from the likes of Wole Soyinka. As far as I'm concerned, the British government has a reason. They have a hand in the Nnamdi Kanu saga. It's such a malodorous saga that we must continue to speak respectively to criticize these activities. Because for me, this is an infringement of a citizen's rights for a government to keep quiet. This is why I respect Donald Trump, irrespective of your view about him. I don't live in America. I respect those who live in America. For me, Donald Trump is the greatest American leader to have ever lived in my lifetime. An American citizen was kidnapped days before elections. You call it an election stunt, no problem. Ransom was being asked, $200,000. The father was a missionary. There's no money. He sent a branch of the American military department, Team C, they call it, came into Nigerian space, unannounced, unnoticed, Rescue that boy. Earn the respect of the world. Gave a press conference on that, to the shame of Nigeria security, apparatus or apparatchik. The same Donald Trump asked Buhari, is it true you are killing Christians in your country? Is it true? Buhari said no. He was blubbing. It's a communal crisis between herders and farmers. He said, but I heard Christians have been murdered. He said it's not true. He said the same Donald Trump said, I shook his hand talking about Buhari. He said he looked lifeless. I miss Donald Trump. Hashtag bring Donald Trump back to the White House in America. Donald Trump will not allow this to happen. Even Nnamdi Kanu was an American citizen.
All right, Mr. Alex, we can't hear you. Can anybody hear me at all? Because we can't hear Mr. Alex.
We can hear you.
Okay, good. That means is his network, I guess. Okay, I think we need to move on. Mr. Alex, I don't know if you're coming back straight away now, because I need to call on the next person to speak to us. For those of you just coming in, thank you very much. Nena Bona, thank you very much for joining us. Didi Anthony, thank you very much. Fumi O, thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. Okay, Mr. Alex, you are back. We lost you there. Can you hear me now?
Yes, let me just round up with this. Let me round up. If you, thank you. APC is fighting me. The PDP is also fighting because I know they are listening in all government houses. They are listening. Donald Trump, under Donald Trump, where Showore was having problems, right? Was he under Donald Trump? Yes, I should be correct. Showore was having problem, even if it was not under Donald Trump. As an American citizen, married to an American citizen, guess what? A member of Congress released a statement that Nnamdi Kanu, that Showore should be released immediately, or the Nigerian government is going to have problem with Washington. Guess what? Not up to 3 days. Buhari, the wicked Buhari government vomited Nnamdi Kanu Showore like the way vomited Jonah in any event. So respect to Americans. For me, Britain, I leave it to your conscience. Let me try and just call it a day here. I want to tell Nigerians, don't give up. I believe in my country. I love my country. I love my land. My forefathers lived here, gave it to me, and I will give it to my children. Their policies can't deter me. I may travel, but I will always come back home. East or west, home is best. Against hope, I still believe something will happen in this country. Either it will be broken into smaller countries, or we will come to a round table. A set of people are going to come up or bring all us together again for us to discuss a new way for a new country. Otherwise, for now, we keep talking. We accept that we are barbarians, democratic barbarians, who wants to live, who wants to have electricity. If asking for electricity is hard to be a barbarian, I think I want to be a barbarian. If asking for water to drink is from a government that took my votes or that stole my votes is hard to be a barbarian, I love to be a barbarian. If questioning the role of leaders in kidnapping and collecting money from their citizens as ransom in a country that have armed forces is hard to be a barbarian. If asking questions, I want to be a barbarian. If asking for the money stolen or being borrowed on a daily basis by Tinubu and Buhari government, it's hard to be a barbarian. Let me be a barbarian. If asking for the reason why Beavers was switched off against what was said in Chatham House in the UK, is being a barbarian. Let me be a barbarian. If asking for the arrest and prosecution of the man that took 300 billion naira, Professor Mahmoud, is being a barbarian. Let me be a barbarian. If fighting for a better country, for basic amenities, justice, checks and balances, this is how to be a barbarian. Let me be barbarian. Well, then I leave you to your conscience, if you still have one. And I'll try to leave it here. And finally, let me respond to Wike. Wike for me is just a man that is confused. Wike lost my respect. I used to like him, but I just discovered he's a very selfish man. Ignore him. Of course, I dare to say it's a manipular walkabout. It's a garrulous fellow. It's a guy that has no people's intention at heart. And everything good I ever said about him, I take them back. So these guys' days in politics are coming to an end. Just like the Roman Empire was brought down by the barbarians. We, the barbarians of the social media, the good ones, we will bring them down. Thank you, Naija Wash.
Thank you, my brother, for saying it right there. And all your points, wow, all your points. Yes, asking for what is right. If that is enough to call you a barbarian, yes, I'm a barbarian. I like that. I like that. Yes. Yeah, because that's why they're calling us barbarians. No finesse. You know, calling out satanic Mahmoud Yakubu, you are a barbarian. Saying that Tinubu stole the mandate to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, yes, you are a barbarian for saying that. I like that. Thank you very much, Mr. Alex. May God bless you. Thanks for that wonderful submission, my wonderful people right there. Thank you very much for every one of you. I'd like to quickly appreciate you, Michael Oganemaro. Thank you very much for the super chat and for recognizing the good submission of Mr. Alex and every one of you right there. Okay, let me call on Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much for joining us this evening, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm very good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks to everyone there. Thank you very much, Mr. Alex. Thanks to all the panelists there.
By the way, where's Black Panther? We need Black Panther.
It will pop up. You know the way he coming through the back door. He has to come in. It will pop up. You know. So I want to thank everyone, those that are watching and those that are on the comment section. You know, it's interesting today. I will just take two things, but just on the Wole Soyinka issue and then on the NNPC, because that's one area that I'm very, very particular about, and it's good that at least you highlighted it again today. I will dwell on those two areas. But before I go on that, let me quickly talk on Nnamdi Kanu. You see, for me as a person, it puzzled me so much that it's taking this long for this step to have been taken. You know, why this step have not been taken to approach the UK government to get involved directly, not indirectly, not in a very vague way, but in a very direct manner on this Nnamdi Kanu matter. Is just, I want to ask a question, Mr. Elvis. You are a UK citizen, and there are so many other UK citizens on this platform, and also those that are even not here but listening. Does anyone take oath of allegiance to become UK citizen, or they just throw you the passport and write you a letter that you become a citizen? Is there an official ceremony where you will stand and you will declare that you become a citizen, you uphold the law of the United? So what are we talking about then? What is going on here? And that is the reason why I'm so appalled as to the fact why this thing has not been done. Ever since, this is a step that should have been taken. The UK government should be on the spot. Are you going to tell me that if it were to be another person, a white Briton, that this would be happening? Of course not. Just last year, or late 2022, or last year, UK government, the Prime Minister Boris Johnson, he went ahead and he paid close to 300 million pounds to Iran. The money Iran was saying that UK was owing them. He paid that ransom to Iran, call it whether Iran says their money or not, just to do what? To release 2 UK citizens. It's all there. UK paid close to $300 million. And this lady is not a born Briton or a British citizen. No. So what are we talking about here? It's so, and I just hope that henceforth the UK government must be put on the spot both locally, internationally. That's the only way they will act. Because they are, let me just leave it at that. But I'm glad that at least it's better to be late than be delayed. To do it at least than not to do it at all. That this step has been taken. And I give kudos to his advisors going this route. So let me talk on Wole Soyinka, you know. That's what he normally does over decades in Nigeria. All of us, since we are in primary school, secondary school, universities, we grow to know who Wole Soyinka is. Some of us even read his, some of his books for our GCE, Wike literature exams, and all the rest of it. We know him. He's someone that is well. We hold him up there. But over the years, when you go back and you see, this man talks a lot of nonsense. A lot of nonsense, and he bamboozled Nigerians. They listen to him. When you go back and you listen to Wole Soyinka, most of the things he said doesn't add up. And it's now coming clear. It's now coming out very clear now. The literary meaning is study literature. The literary, simple literary meaning of a barbarian, what it is, an uneducated person. An uncivilized person, just put it like that. But he used this grammar to bamboozle Nigerians all over the place. And look at him today talking. In fact, he has no knowledge of what he's talking about. The way he used the word barbarian, he even has no knowledge of that. Wole Soyinka, who is not a barbarian, let's say, okay, he is not a barbarian now. Who is a barbarian? Let's use the literary word of barbarian, which is someone who is uncivilized, someone who is not educated. So let's just place it, let's stay on at that level. So Mr. Wole Soyinka, who is not a barbarian now, he supported rigged election. Who is a barbarian now? That's someone who supported a rigged election. Mr. Wole Soyinka, who is not a barbarian, he saw nothing wrong in a certificate forger, in a drug baron, to be the president of his own country. Who is a barbarian? Mr. Wole Soyinka, who is not a barbarian, he came out and called supporters of a political party fascists. Who is not a barbarian? Tell me. Literally, he is even more of a barbarian. Calling people who you are. Calling people out exactly who you are. If you want to talk of Wole Soyinka, who is not a barbarian, currently you are supporting crime, an ongoing crime being perpetrated in a state called Nigeria. Who is a barbarian now? If we go by the literary meaning of barbarian, you are more of a barbarian, Mr. Wole Soyinka. So don't bamboozle us here. You are more of a barbarian if you go by the literary meaning, because an informed person, a civilized person, an educated person will not support a forger, a certificate forger, a drug baron to be president. Someone who is educated, who is informed, who is civilized will not do that. He will stand for it, not for a minute, not for a day. That elections are rigged completely. Elections across board, were completely rigged. An educated person will not stand for that. He will call it out. So you and your group, you are more of a barbarian. So don't call people on social media barbarian. In fact, by the literary meaning, you are more of a barbarian, Mr. Wole Soyinka. This is not the 70s, this is not the 80s. That's what you are missing. It is better for you to just go in, just enjoy the rest of your time, rather than coming out and pushing all this nonsense. Let me leave it at that. because I don't want to go. Because here now, if it were to be on this platform, somebody comes out and calls someone barbarian, probably the person will have been cautioned that don't Mr. Elvis, I'm correct. You probably will have said, don't call somebody that word here. But they can use it, right? They can use it. They can be abusive when they want to be abusive. That's what they do. They just think people are foolish in Nigeria. They want to sell their narrative and their narrative only, and for people to just take it, just suck it in. Don't ask questions. Don't look at it. Don't think. They just want morons and fools all over the country. That's what they do. They are so insultive, and they don't want to be insulted. That is what we're having there. So, Mr. Wole Soyinka, again, please, just go in and, spend the rest of your time, just cool down and, stop pulling out all this rubbish. It's enough. It's enough. Nigeria is at stake here. Generations are at stake here. Generations yet unborn is what is at stake here. And stop, pulling out all this rubbish. If you don't have anything to say, just go in. Go in and relax. So that's because I don't let us put ourselves, because he has come so low, and we have to go high. So we'll leave it at that for him. With respect to the NNPC thing that the former CBN governor, the just short video clip that you presented, that is, for me, I've said it at the beginning of 2024, that my area of focus is on the Nigerian economy. Nothing else but on it. But they always come up with all these distractions every day. And until we focus on the Nigerian economy, these people will continue to steal. Let's just call it what it is. They will continue to steal Nigeria blind. Steal the money that belongs to the poor Nigerians. They will continue to steal that money until we call them out, until we let them know that we know what is going on. Because they always believe that we don't know. But that narrative has changed. I asked the question here 2 days ago on this platform, and I know I've asked that same question at least 1 or twice this year alone, this January alone. I said, where is the money? Where is Nigerians' money? For crying out loud. Please, people, let's be asking this question every day. Where is the money? Until you start asking them that question, let them feel the heat. Then they will come out and tell us where is the money. You said Nigeria is selling crude oil. And you said that they will be selling it to $77.9 per barrel. And that will be selling 1.8 million barrels per day. How much has NNPC remitted to the Federation account since Mr. Tinubu became president? How much? Where is the money? Please show us. If NNPC is remitting money to the Federation account, as it should, Nigeria has no business borrowing money. It's simply because there is no money. That is the area where Nigerians are so dumb. The dumbest part of it is not asking where is your money. If you sell crude oil, you are selling it every day. In fact, according to report that came out just 24 hours ago, that the numbers that they gave, that they are going to sell 1.7 million barrels per day, that number has even increased by 7.7%. They are now even selling more than that. As of now, they are selling more than that. The question is, where is the money, please? At least on a monthly basis, let NNPC come out and say, okay, this month, in December, we sold XYZ number of crude oil, and this is the money. The money has been remitted to the Central Bank of Nigeria. It is not NNPC has no business in keeping $1. $1. The money must be remitted to the Federation account, to the in the CBN. It is CBN that has the power to decide how much of it, what percentage of it will be in the reserve, what percentage of it will be in Nigeria. And somebody is telling me that Naira will not eat 5,000. The Naira the dollar to Naira will not eat 5,000. Are you kidding me? It will get there. Of course it will. Because the dollars, all this thing you are selling, the crude oil you are selling, you are pocketing the money. Because if the money is there, the money you are selling, the money you are getting on a daily basis from crude oil, Naira will be stable. Simple. No magic. Please don't bamboozle us. Because every day, if you even say you are going to put 25% of that money to support Naira, every day, Naira will stay stable. Period. Naira will not go up. But where is the dollar? You are giving it to your friends, to your friends and your cronies. You are distributing the dollars to them. You are giving it to them at 200 naira, 300 naira. They are the one coming to the black market to sell it to Nigeria. So it will eat 5,000. The question is, where is Nigerians' money? For crying out loud, please, somebody should ask. Where is the money? You are selling every day in the market. The report that I just said was given by OPEC. That's OPEC report about less than 48 hours ago. Nigeria is now selling more than what they projected, 7.7% more. So where is it? Where is the money? Please show us the money, because if you show us the money, there will be no need for you at least to borrow. And if you have to borrow at all, you will know what you are borrowing for. It will be there, it will be clear-cut. Every Nigerian will see it. But you are only taking the money and giving it to your friends, distributing it amongst yourself. And somebody is saying that there is hope. See, Nigerians, until they come clean on this matter, where they keep Nigerians' money, where Nigerian money goes, they will never leave power. The moment you are able to tackle them on that and they come clean, where Nigerian money is, it will not be lucrative for them any longer. But as long as they can still hide it, keep it and hide it, they will die there. They will make Nigeria dry. One of the peaceful way, one of the smartest way to deal with them is to force them to show Nigeria where the money is. On a daily basis, you sell crude oil. If you are selling it, show us the balance. At least if you don't show us every month, show us every quarter, every 3 months. This is the crude oil we sold the last 3 months. This is the dollar amount. This is the percentage that is now in the foreign exchange reserve. This is the amount that has been remitted to the central bank. At least you will show us that. They won't. They will say Nigeria doesn't have money. And yet you are selling crude oil. Where is the money? The questions Lamido Sanusi was asking. Where is the money? I raised it here several times. Until we tackle that, these people will continue to make Nigeria. They said they presented a budget of 27.5 trillion naira. Almost 30 trillion naira. This is what they are doing in Nigerians. Let's say it the way it is. It is time. Mr. Elvis, okay, let's leave it. Let's leave it for that now, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate the time and the opportunity. If there is time again, we move on from there. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you very much, Oga Jonathan. God bless you. Yes, on the final submission, you can continue from there. But meanwhile, I'd like us to call in Engineer Francis. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us today. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us. Engineer Francis,
thank you. Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. I think I want to go straight to something I read about Uju, is it Ohaneye or whatever, Kennedy, the Minister of Women Affairs. I read that she went and saw the Chief of Army Staff and they gave her bank papers showing that Ruth's salaries were paid on time. And she even said that she saw her. Now, when I read, and that was all, the next thing I saw this picture of her with, is it up to 10 army officers? You know, they had this group picture. That got me very angry because that was all they showed there. They didn't show a picture of Ruth Ogunleye. So, proof of life, we don't know. My thing is getting a little bit of a connection problem. Elvis, can you?
Good. We can hear you.
But I'm.
Oh, okay. Engineer Francis left. We don't know what happened there. But before you come back, Engineer Francis, I need to call on the next person. You know, Amashola, thank you very much, sir, for joining us today. Good evening to you. Please talk to us, sir.
Yeah. The topic today is very interesting. Our father generation are the one abusing their own generation. They have been in charge for independence, and yet nothing has changed. It's a pity to see you're going to school is just a waste. Soyinka, it's just a waste. You wake up, come to national TV and call Nigerian youth the next generation barbarians. That's the height of it. When the youth are telling you what is wrong, they are picking out the wrongs your generation has done and is still doing, and you have refused to change. You call them barbarians. Your generation is the one in Aso Rock. Your generations are the one controlling NNPC that cannot account for the oil we are selling. They can't give us how much Nigeria is making for many years now. And each time we talk and say, let them probe NNPC, it is same your own generation comes to kick against it. Your own generation is still the same one doing election looting and stealing, rigging left and right. Your same generation that has been doing election since ever Nigeria has been doing election, it's your generation that has been organizing election, your same generation. And you call us the youth coming up barbarians. Why won't they be jackpotting left and right? Why won't the youth leave the country for you people? Because you have refused to let the youth take over the government, because you are all barbarians. The only person, Peter Obi, has said the looting is involved, the stealing of crude oil, the government is involved. Now the real looters are in control, and we can now see the effect on the economy. Dollar is going up. Pounds is today, I think, 1,650. That's the height of, by December this year, pounds will maybe 2,000. And you think it's good. Same generation. You as big as you are, as old as you are, because it's your age mates, your classmates, Obasanjo, all of them. Tinubu, I know he didn't go to school. He said he schooled in the house. It's your classmates. You guys can't gather yourself and fix the country. You are coming here to take Nigerians are barbarian. People on social media are barbarian. Of course, social media people are the generation of Nigeria that's trying to take over the country back from the nonsense people have just put us into. Because your generation never saw something good. Things is getting better somehow, but your generation will make sure that it goes down the drain. The only thing that we can see passing information through the internet, it didn't come out in your generation. But this generation have internet access to information, which you people will always keep. It's meant for you or your cocoons to take. It's a pity that my father's generation have refused to leave the country. You should be ashamed coming to the international TV and saying things. We'll be expecting you to solve problems, solving issues, not you coming to call people barbarians. The last time it was fascist, now it is barbarian because you are the only one that knows how to speak English. You went to school, you created courts, your handwork. There's nothing you have created that is making sense. Your generation are the one that went to school. Government paid their school fees in the UK. Majority of you sitting down, you went to where you went to. You ate in dining room. Go to the same dining room you went that time when you were in school. Go to that same dining room, pick your seat and say who you sat down with. The place is not something else. Why is our father's generation? Why are they so wicked? And Wike, you wake up. Wike, if it was a family member that was kidnapped, the way you're talking, that's not the way you talk. Senior Agbero, assistant Agbero. See the way you're talking as if you have something in your head. If it's your family member that was kidnapped, this is not you. We know you very well. That's not the way you present it. That yes, kidnapping, security is not. You know, security is not. Why can you tell me that security is not in your hand? Everything concerning security about Nigeria is in Abuja, and you are talking rubbish. Or you just talk to the president. It is done, and you are talking rubbish. So total nonsense. You should be ashamed and just resign and leave the minister as Minister of FCT. Talking calmly. Nnamdi Kanu. The painful thing is I don't know what to say on this issue because the same people that put us in this problem where we are the one you are going to meet. I only pray they listen to you. Nigerians that have been called barbarians, they are giving you different English words every day, and yet you're not on the streets to act like barbarians. It's your country. If you like it, take it back. If you don't like it, let our parents' generation continue to ruin the country. So Naija Watch, let me stop at this point.
All right, thank you, Oga Mashallah. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Okay, we have Engineer Francis back. Engineer Francis, is your network better now? Okay, Engineer Francis, you're still not ready. I'll move on to the next person for now. We'll come back to you, sir. Thank you, guys. Please help us to press on the like button. God bless you all. Oga CM, thank you very much, sir, for joining us today. Good evening to you. Please unmute yourself and talk to us, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Naija Watch. Good evening, everybody. Please, all protocols duly observed. I've listened. I think I have some of the videos you showed. I watched them briefly in the afternoon, but I couldn't finish some of them. But be that as it may, what I want to say, thank you, Alex, anyway, for your delivery. And then Jonathan, I think I listened to those two before coming in. Thank you very much. On Lamido's question, I think Jonathan have dealt with it exhaustively. I think I should leave it at that. The thing is that it takes somebody who knows the system to raise the pertinent question. Lamido has been governor of Central Bank. So him raising a question about remittances from NNPC or whatever is in order. I can't do it better because I will only rely on conjecture or maybe what I think. So he knows what he's doing. I think he said NNPC is the worst in the world or something to that effect. So he knows what he's doing. And then he put a bet that he was sort of sacked or told to step down because of the question he asked, that it doesn't matter. He will continue asking it till he dies. So that is a very, very, very telling testimony. Even if the man lacks credibility, for a man to say something like that, you must have to listen to him. Otherwise, prove him wrong. He said he will continue saying it till he dies. And in other words, he doesn't care. He doesn't care what happens to him. He must continue to say it. And because he's saying it, he's not challenging an individual, it's the government. Why can't they reply him with facts and say this and this and this? So that because for him or somebody else to challenge him, he knows the facts. He knows how much Nigeria makes. He knows how much how much crude oil we're entitled to biopic, how much that is being sold, and what we have to realize, and then where the money ought to go. So it's more like an insider asking a question because he has been warned. So I thank him for that. And the way Jonathan discussed it is quite illuminating. So to that extent, I think we've really covered that topic. Then Soyinka and Barbarians. You see, the tragedy of Soyinka is that I think that's what they call in medicine, there's what they call a geriatric medicine. Medicine, something like of the two extremes of life. The neonatal or the neonatal, that is the beginning, and then the extreme. The other extreme is the old age. Soyinka is suffering from the just metamorphosis of old age. I don't know. That's what they call loss of memory or something like that. He must have written so many books. He must have done so many things. Yeah, somebody can easily accuse him of being a tribal bigot because his friend Bola Tinubu is in power and he is Yoruba. Tinubu is Yoruba. But in this situation, I don't take it that way. I don't look at tribe. I'm looking at Soyinka as it's something like what they call it, as an opportunist. You see, I don't know. Only that if I say now my friend is Lawrence Anini when he was alive, people will say, hey, you must be an armed robber. Because if you ask the person why, he say, because show me your friend, I tell you the type of person you are. If I say my friend is, what is it called, Evans, the kidnapper, they say, hey, you're a kidnapper. I say, why? They say, hey, you show me your friend, I tell you the type of person you are. Soyinka Tinubu is a master forger. Certified. In fact, if there is a reason why God created Atiku, it's for that purpose. And that was on 4th of October. Niger Watch, either when it is your birthday, remember around that period. That was the reason why God created Atiku. To expose it, because he took the pain to go to Chicago and got a deposition, in which they said that whatever Atiku is showing them, which Atiku took from INEC, he said that thing you are waving, it didn't originate from us. It's as simple as that. So there is no other way to prove forgery than for you to tender a certificate and that it did not originate from you. You claim an institution gave it to you, and that institution, duly constituted, said it did not originate from us. That is a simple way of putting it. It's as simple as that. So to that extent, Tinubu is a forger. Then the issue of drug issues with whatever, it's even a shame that Soyinka is associating with such a person. Even if you didn't know, maybe before in the 60s or 50s or 70s, now that you know, you should have distanced yourself. Now you are even talking, you kept quiet. It was this Soyinka that called President Jonathan, the first lady of Nigeria, Mrs. Jonathan, Patient Jonathan, hippopotamus, because he felt he can play with English words. We know of hippopotamus, HIPPOTAMOU or whatever. We know of hippopotamus. He has to change it, hippopotamus, just to insult the lady. Soyinka, are you not married? Weren't you born by a woman? Don't you have daughters? Don't you have women friends? Don't you have women colleagues? How can you insult womanhood? Women are daughters first. Women are sisters second. Women are wives third. And most importantly, women are mothers. These are the 4 roles God gave them to play. Most women fulfill the 4. Some may stop at only probably 2. Some may be 1. They may be born only 1 in their family, in which they becomes only the daughter, no sister. If you are man, if some may have sister or sisters, some may move on to become a wife without children. They only stop at being a wife. Some may be lucky, God bless them, they now have children. So they move from being a daughter, being a sister to somebody, being a wife to another person, and then being a mother to help in procreation. You don't give them regard. For somebody who says it's a Nobel Prize winner, I say disgrace. I say this because sometimes this like Achebe said, a European prize does not make anybody the Ashiwaju of literature, not only Nigerian literature. William Shakespeare, the greatest writer ever lived, he had no Nobel Prize. Can Soyinka compare to William Shakespeare? Of course not. Mark Twain is an American writer. He had no Nobel Prize. There are a lot of Russian writers without Nobel Prize. Even Chaucer has no Nobel Prize. Charles Dickens has no Nobel Prize. These are great writers.
Mr. CL,
yes, please.
Sorry for me to interrupt you. Go and check that year, I think 1986, when he won that Nobel Prize, right? Read about that Nobel Prize. People who deserve that, they pulled out. Go and read it. We know what happened.
There's a book, I think I will.
Including Chinua Achebe.
I know what happened. Because the Swedish Academy, they felt that an African, they will consider Africa this time. They've been accused. They have to organize a conference, inviting African writers to come and debate among themselves in Sweden. Chinua said no. It's an insult. You gather us to go and... He said, we agree, we will debate, but let it be in an African soil. You, the world, will come and witness it. He said, why should you just tell us, yeah, come up? He said, forget. Actually pulled out, and he wrote a very massive essay about it. A letter, published it widely. He said he's not against anybody going, but he felt that it's an insult because actually believe in African literature. But that is a story for another day. So there's a book called The Nobel Prize and African Literature. I will set up put the titles. People should go and read the politics. We know what happened, but be that as it may, my particular attention is this case of defending Tinubu. Why do you call us barbarians? How do you want us to vent? How do you want us to vent out our frustrations? You see, today people will blame my people, the Igbos. Some will say sit at home. They say, why do you sit at home? Of course, nobody sits at home. You don't protest by sitting at home. It doesn't make sense. But according to Amos Oz, Israeli novelist, he said when there is a conflict between what is right and what is right, two people are dragging right. Something higher than right should prevail. And what is that? It's life. That was when people said, if we come out to carry our placard, we are gone down in cold blood. An example, 20th January 2017, President Trump was being inaugurated in Washington. The whole world focused on Washington to witness the inauguration of President Trump. IPOB members were just carrying flag, waving. Even the American, they were more then what else? Aimlessly, what is their weapon? White handkerchief or flag, green leaf. Is that what we threaten peace? So that's why people started sitting at home. So Soyinka, when you announce, and then they now have to go to Twitter. They can't give them vent. So this Twitter is a way, or social media is a way for us to vent out our frustration, not really articulate our points, because there's no more points to articulate. We've been articulating it since. It's to vent out the frustration. You told us go and vote, that we can't do anything unless we go through the ballot. We agreed. Give us PVC. It was a problem. Some of us has to send money, go and pay them so that you get your PVC. Some people left their work. I remember some businesses in Lagos closed down. Said, if you do not show your PVC, you won't get into this meeting venue. If you do not show your PVC, you are not entering this nightclub. If you do not show your PVC, we won't allow you to open your shop. So it was so important that people had to do it. INEC said, oh, we don't have staff for this. He said, look, come, we provide you space. Come into our market, bring your whatever material, come and do it. I mean, we saw this in Nigeria, what you have records of them. We saw it. And people, after doing all these things, in the midst of it all, they said, deposit your old Naira, December 15, 2022. He said, between December and 31st January 2023, you have to dump in your old Naira so that get new one. People obeyed. Only for you to put in an old Naira. Even the old Naira, you can't even get it out. Yet people endured all these things. We endured. On the voting day proper, there were red oil everywhere. Example in Lagos. One of the infamous episodes was for somebody who is now a minister to say that a certain ethnic group, Ndi Igbo, should never vote in Lagos, that they should get out. Oluomo was doing his own. Soyinka kept quiet. Till today, he hasn't condemned it. What manner of person are you? You are not even you are not a good example of you are not a good example of a moral compass at all. All these things, people endured it. In the end, they switched up the beavers. This is our own indigenous technology brought out by a youth, somebody who read electronics engineering, University of Nigeria and Soka, working for INEC. When card reader was an issue, they brainstormed, they said, let's use this. because card reader encourages multiple voting and then incident form. Say, but in beavers, if beef are not captured by beavers, it's as good as you didn't vote. They did all this an improvement. Soyinka kept quiet. He never even commended the chap. On the day of election, it was switched off. Deliberately, they said, don't upload it. Go to court. Then we went. Before Peter Obi could even get, what court? He had to even tell INEC, give me all these things that are in public view. They refused. Peter Obi now has to go to court to summon INEC to release details about it so that they can use it to prepare their case. It was difficult. We all saw these things. Soyinka kept quiet. People could have gone to the street, including look, by the time if not that Peter Obi is God sent. If Peter Obi had kept quiet or ran away to abroad and felt that the youth, if you want to do anything, I'm not interested, I'm not holding anybody. If he had said something like this, I wonder where Soyinka would have been now and his likes. But Peter Obi calmed them down and said, no, we are going to court. There's no need. Even with all the rigmarole, going to the court, Nigerian constitution, Soyinka no. 6 geopolitical zones, all the judges must be fully constituted. South, East, South, South, nothing. There was no president, only Southwest and Northwest. And they gave judgment. Yet Soyinka kept quiet. And this is a man who said the man dies in all those that keep silent in the face of tyranny. What more tyranny haven't we faced? And he kept quiet. He's the most classical example of a hypocritical being. I don't know that the man is like this. I read a lot of his books. Look at what he wrote in the Baki of Euripides. Look at what he wrote in the Madmen and Specialists, a Camels on the Wood, a Dance of the Forest. Go and read it. He insulted Abacha by writing what is it called? The book he used to insult Abacha. He wrote a lot of things against Sani Abacha. The Open Soul of a Continent is called. Go and read the book. He finished Abacha and he to some extent to Ojukwu. You thought that the man is a good example of a moral being. Now look at what is even having. By the way, what do you want us to do? You want to close down social media? I can't go to channels to speak. No way. TVC cannot allow me. AIT cannot. But Niger Watch, places like this, we can come and vent. Thank God for social media. Now the man is calling us barbarians. He said, I'm terribly disappointed. By the way, this Nobel Prize, this Nobel Prize they give.
Augustine, just a second, please. Maybe if you want to add, you remember he also took GUN. He took GUN.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me emphasize on that. GUN he took was during the Western region crisis. He has to force the electoral officer to change the result they were dictating out. Under GUN point. He who did it. Justice, what is this man? Kaodeshu, in his autobiography, The Mystery Gunman, was referring to that. I read the book, The Mystery Gunman, the autobiography of Justice Kaodeshu, one of the best jurists, alongside the Socrates, Justice Oputa, that Nigeria has ever produced. Kayode should explain it. It was the high point of his judicial career. I think he was the Chief Justice of Western Region then, or he was working with the Western Region High Court or whatever. He said that is the mystery gunman. Who is that mystery gunman? Is Soyinka. Now look at, you're not even a good example of it. Are we talking of the pirate confraternity? Who really is a barbarian, Seth? Who Kpakpa is a barbarian? Who Kpakpa is a barbarian? Let us, if I may ask. This man, I thought that by now, having collected your boarding pass, all you should have been doing was quietly, you say, well, let a snow or whatever inclement weather not disturb my flight. So that you go and meet your maker and give an account of all the atrocities you committed. What nonsense is this man talking about? People are dying, people are being deleted every day. What happened in Plateau? Soyinka kept quiet. What happened with Deborah? Soyinka kept quiet. Southern Kaduna is a recurring, it's like doing the rounds. The way you do morning shift, tomorrow you do afternoon shift, next tomorrow you do night shift. It's just like when they like. People today, some people in Benue State are still in refugee camp. If you are in refugee camp, the first thing that comes to your mind every day is your house. You look at your compound, the sheep, the goat, the chickens you left to be sacked by Fulani herdsmen, and then you are in the refugee camp. What is Soyinka doing? Can't he use international connection and see clemency and amnesty for those people so that they can get back? Or he's talking, he just sit at the comfort of his room and then be talking one type of trash. In fact, I learned that one of his sons married an Igbo lady. I pity that family. I'm being brutal here. So they have to look at somebody's background. It's a terrible shame that a man like this will now be the problem of the youth. For God's sake, can't he get inside and rest? Can't he get inside? Why is he insulting himself? I refuse to. He doesn't represent the Yoruba. I'm not a tribe. I don't believe in anything that happens. I try. No, he's representing the club of Tinubu. By the way, how can somebody, if you claim you're educated, you'll be associating with Tinubu? Look at somebody of very, very dirty character. Let's. There are good people that we get into government, they couldn't perform. That's okay. You fail, you come out. Your character is intact. But this is a man, forgery, international one, a criminal. No name, 3 days of death, anything goes. He claimed he worked in an oil company. What is it? I mean, one international accounting firm. Rubbish. He claimed he made first class Chicago State University. Nonsense. He said he went to Richard Daly College. Show a certificate, nothing. He claimed before University of Chicago, BSc Economics. Later he come. What nonsense? What nonsense is this? And Soyinka is even happy. Being a scene with such a person is a terrible shame. Meanwhile, I think I've seen, then on weekend Insecurity. Well, the thing is that sometimes nobody, when I see the likes of Wike, it's just a definition of what Nigeria has become, to be honest with you. That somebody like that is even in a position of authority and trust. After taking a illicit gene for that matter, you go there and be talking nonsense. If the buck does not stop on his table as FCT minister, is it on my table it will stop? What is he talking about? Oh, there was kidnapping during what is it called? During Jonathan. There was this during Yaradua. There was this during Obasanjo. There was this during what nonsense. That's why Peter Obi said, I want to know the problem, not when I get in. I will say, I met this. You better know it before you go in, so that you don't give excuse. If everything were okay, will you be appointed there? In fairness to whoever appointed you. If there is no problem, why are you there? Why are you there? And now you are making an excuse. You do this, you do that. Well, the thing is that, like Dati Baba Ahmed said, he told Nigerian youths, I think that was the last thing he said. He said, when you are ready, you take over your country. Nothing will stop you. He said, when you are ready, democracy, he redefined it. Not government of the people, but government of the people who are ready. Not by the people, but by the people who are ready. Not for the people, but for the people who are ready. So that who are ready is the classical definition, because you don't just define it. So it's only when you are ready it becomes democracy. So we can, in fact, it just it's insulting some of us, or a great number of us. When I look at this, I said, well, what really has this thing become? You are even shouting, making noise, trading allegation. Ordinarily, you should have resigned and said, look, I'm sorry. I never knew that this is the enormity of the problem I'm going to encounter. Therefore, I sorry Nigerians, and then you tender and quietly leave to go and enjoy your loot, only for you to look at the way, imagine the unbridled braggadocio he's displaying. This, even throwing tantrums. They're after you. After you for what? Are you the owner of Nigeria? Is that your own? You get out there. Then on Nnamdi Kanu petitioning the British House of Lords. Well, I wish something good will come out of it, but my gut instinct tells me nothing. And these are my reasons. The reasons are historical. One, the British, during their ill-advised misadventure during colonialism, they came to Nigeria. They wanted to misappropriate all the resources of Nigerians then, which they did by using railway and everything and all the subterfuge they used. But the system they adopted, the indirect rule, whereby they won't come, they use one of you to rule you. It worked very well in the north. Already the Fulanis have established the Emirates. So everybody is answerable to the emir. All you need to do is to key into the emir, then the emir will pass on the this and then be the go-between, just like agent. In the West, they are monarchical. They've got obas and then all these things well established for their own good purpose of civilization. Let me put it that way, because it wasn't established to exploit anybody. It's just that is their historical anthropological evolution. That's their own. But British want to key in there, and they did. But the success wasn't as compared to the North, where the Fulanis dominate. In some parts of the West, because all these things were taught in ordinary level government, they did not quite succeed. But so far, they were able to get one on what they want. They use the Obas already there. They don't need to establish any other this thing. But in the East, particularly in Igbo land, it failed woefully. Not just failed, but woefully, because in the Igbo, by our nature, we are Republicans. We don't constitute all this, maybe this, not because they are not good, but God did not wire us that way. And in fairness, that we are not begrudging anybody the people through their civilization must have gotten all those. We don't begrudge them. That's why human beings are different. God created us differently, but also in his own image. So in our own case, it did not work. So for them to get what they wanted, they have to create what they call warrant chiefs. Those warrant chiefs was like, you take my brother to me. I say, when did this thing start? When you want to say because of the white man that you are telling me to, no, it doesn't work. So you now go back to the white man will tell you the system to use, it won't work. So we revolted. Part of that revolt was the Aba Women Revolt, which they call riot. Aba Women Revolt of 1929, in terms of tax. Because what the British want is to collect tax. You go to the emir in the north, tell them what to collect. The emir will pass it on to the subjects. They will collect the tax, give to the emir. Maybe you give him his or her or his own, and then remit the other one. Probably in the West, it worked to some extent. But in the East, it failed woefully. So because of that, the British have never forgiven the Ndibo. That's why when Zik, again, when they want to end the colonialism, it was also an Igbo blood. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the great Zik of Africa, championed it. They say, look at another Igbo again. Despite coming back from America with his American type of education, preaching a political irredentism, social religious balance, spiritual balance, political irredentism, economic determinism, and social balance. What he called the Renaissance Africa, the five fingers of. So he preached all these things. So the British weren't happy, and he used the instrument of the media called the West African Pilot. Show the light and people will find the way. So that thing gave British people a problem. So I know that they know all these secrets I'm saying. So there we stand say another Igbo blood again. We now make them not to get their plantation, because they regard Nigeria as a British plantation in Africa. So if it works out because of a 21st century development, I fine and good. I hope it was, because Nnamdi Kanu is not guilty of any offense, as even determined by Nigerian law. But the British, because of their economic interest in Nigeria, I doubt it. But I want to be proven wrong. Thank you, Niger Watch.
Thank you, Augustine. Thank you very much for that long submission. I'm always happy to listen to you. Thank you very much. All right, let me come to Engineer Francis, then before Mr. Shooks. Engineer Francis, is your network better now? We can't hear you, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, thank you. Yes, you are better
Good.
now. Yeah, talk to us, sir.
Thank you. All right, thank you for this opportunity. I have only one area I want to address today, and that is that lady, the Minister of Women Affairs. She went to the Chief of Army Staff's office, and they had their picture up where they were there. And she said that she saw Ruth Ogunleye, but we didn't see any picture of her. The point is that made me very, very angry. Madam Minister, why did you even go to the Chief of Army Staff? Why did you even go to that office? Did you go there so that you can have a picture taken with the officers and come and tell us that all is good? Or why did you not show us the picture of you and her? Could it be that she was in coma, that they have beaten her into comatose? You saw her. Was her lips busted? You saw her. Were her eyes and face swollen from beating? You saw her. Was she able to stand on her own? You saw her. Was she even able to speak? You saw her. And finally, was she alive? Was she breathing when you saw her? Why didn't you bring this video to show us proof of life? You look to me as a saboteur. You are a mother. You should take this girl as your daughter too. What you should have done, madam, is you should have gone to that chief of army staff's office with your best detective or your best psychiatrist or psychologist. And when you get there, you don't want to even hear anything from the army. What you want is for them to give you one room with this girl alone, with your investigator and with your video camera on, and record everything. And then when you went there, it looks to me like you went for a gossip because you've not heard from her, so you don't even know what you're presenting. You saw her. You should have requested for at least 1 hour with her and let her give you her story again, uninterrupted. Then gently, of course, before asking her for her story, you would gently explain to her that you're there to help. Give her that motherly assurance that she can trust you, because everything she alleged in that videotape is nobody can be trusted. Even the ranking officers that she went to for help all messed things up. So you should have brought back that assurance to her and then video record everything. And then maybe in making such video, you would learn that even this chief of army staff is now turning to be on the side of the accused colonels. Don't be surprised that you can learn that while she's there, they have been administering periodic torture on her, trying to get her to recant her story. Don't be surprised, even if they have punished her severely, even sodomized her. Don't be surprised at any of those things. I thought you handle women affairs. Or are you a fake? Of course, a fake. Everything in this administration is fake. So as far as I'm concerned, you went there to gossip because you are acting on nothing, because you've not heard from her. You have not talked to some of those junior officers in Ojo cantonment that this man uses to subdue her and inject her. I guess you saw her. So you are a prophet and a seer. Just looking at her, you've seen everything. You saw her. Before telling her story, she said, and I quote, "I know definitely they'll come for me. They'll lock me up and dismiss me." But then she said, "I don't care, because coming out to make this video, I can't endure again." What does that tell you? That tells you that this girl has already given up her life. Inside, mentally, she has given up her life. She knows what will happen, and you are there, pushing it even. Let me tell you what happened after you left. After you left, I bet you they went back to her and told her, you see, you have to recant your story because nobody is out there supporting you. or on your side. So it appears to me like you went there to gossip. You can go to the marketplace and join the market women and gossip. If you went to the Chief of Army Staff's office, you should be there for some serious business. Not to go there and fraternize with the boys and take group pictures. And then we don't see the picture of the reason why you went there. As a matter of fact, the last penny you spent on your fuel going there and all those other securities refunded to us. Because that is no service. Now, this officer, the colonel, has sent, did you find out or look at her, since you're now a prophet and a seer? Did you look at her? You saw her? Did you find out anything about all those boys that the colonel used to subdue her and inject her? And did you even find out what it is that they inject in her? I guess you looked at her. Did you also see her evidences that she mentioned she had? And the witnesses, I'm sure all those evidences, whatever documented evidence, they have all gone missing. And those eyewitnesses, even the other army officers that subdue her and inject her with that thing, they will no longer say so, because I'm quite sure they have all been threatened. If you corroborate with her, you are going with her. She even mentioned about being admitted, I guess, into the army medical school, and this man is fighting that she doesn't. Did you find out those documents too when looking at her? Just look at her. And then, when she used that word, let the worst happen, I don't bloody care. Gosh, as a mother, what are you made of? Doesn't that make you feel that this child at this age is already giving up on life? You went there, you saw her. Did you see her and see that Master Sergeant Funke, the one that Connor uses to set her up? You didn't. Oh, you looked at her. Did you also see when they injected her with whatever they injected her with and threw her somewhere? And did you see Brigadier Salebo and the others making a video tape of her? Do you know whether she was, after the injection, she started acting like a lunatic? Or after the injection, she was lying lifeless? You saw her. You looked at her and you knew. Did you also find out the contents of whatever report or complaint she placed with the legal department of the army and also with the military police out there at Ojo? Oh, you looked at her. Did you see the is it Board of Inquiry report from those reports she has been making? You saw her. And did you see when Colonel Ogo wrote to board her out, dismiss her, and the letter was denied? Did you see the reason they denied that letter? You saw her. And then her last word on that video is what, whenever I remember it, I weep inside me. She said, "Please help me." You went there to help her, and you became part of the people that are punishing her. If the Chief of Army Staff could not tell you why those people that she alleged that tortured her, they should all be suspended. Yeah, they will be suspended with pay, but they should not be in their office, while she, the complainant, is the one being court-martialed. And you went there, you saw her. So we should clap for you. If that was your daughter, Will you do the same? Will you just go and see her and then go take pictures with the officers, leaving her there? You've not even shown us any picture to show that she's alive. Or you went there and they told you, sorry, that while torturing her, she passed out. So you're now doing it, everybody's covering everything. In fact, youth of Nigeria, come out, go to this woman's office. Let her go with you guys there and see her and be sure she's alive. What nonsense is this? Somebody yesterday mentioned about Mohbad. When Mohbad was sort of crying for help, we didn't catch it. Now, look at this one now. See all these people that should know, don't know. If there is any ministry that should have more psychiatrists and psychologists and investigators, it should be that Ministry of Women's Affairs. Because you should be encountering things that will make somebody act like a lunatic. You should be able to look at this situation and tell that this is going somewhere. What kind of a woman are you? What kind of a mother are you? Please, Senator Abdulaziz Musa Yaradua, please, this one didn't work. Please, maybe you should yourself use your committee, use your position in the army, and get to this. We need to know that this girl is still alive, because now I'm even more worried when a minister will go and say, oh, I saw her, but the picture you're showing is picture of you and the army boys parading. What nonsense. And look at the way those officers are all, you can look at them and tell that they are all covering each other's behind. Starting with that Abdul Karim. And then that nonsense brigadier general who doesn't know that his rank is now higher, that he should stop all this association with those colonels in that kind of a level when it comes to covering somebody's behind, especially when you know they did the wrong thing. You are now a superior officer. You should be able to call that Abdul Karim and tell him not to do that. Instead, you were one of those that were videotaping her after she has been drugged, injected with that nonsense, and dumped wherever. Please, Minister Uju Ohanenya or somebody, please, Minister of Women Affairs, go on a repeat trip to that Chief of Army Staff's office. And when you get there, you want either one room with no army and no army surveillance, with you and your investigator and your video recording, record this girl. If they don't have a room, go under a tree in the compound where no army over eavesdrops or listens to what you're doing. Just record. If they cannot give you such, which is what I expect, that if you demand that they will not let you have such, then demand the court to bring her to a court and then have your people investigate, ask her. You cannot, we will all be stupid and idiots if we expect that in the presence of those people, you can ask her a question and she'll say, yes, that's how it happened. Come on, you know better than that. You know, even as we speak, they punish her on a daily basis and they're trying to get her to change her story. This girl has already given up her life for this cause. She said, I don't care what they do with me. That means she is, of course, she is a soldier. A very strong soldier for that too. She is ready to let her life go, but this thing, don't let it go. And Nigerian youth, please, everybody get on this case. If you guys have to go and make a march or a protest, at least block the entrance to that minister's office until she comes out and takes you guys to the chief of army staff and let you guys see Ruth. If that's what it would take, youths of Nigeria and all those celebrities, everybody jump on this. If it was Mohbad, everybody would be on one thing. Look at a greater than Mohbad is about to be extinguished here. And you guys are just not getting it. What kind of youths are you guys? What kind of air flows in that country? I'm sorry. Thank you, Major Watch.
Thank you, Engineer Francis. Thank you very much, sir, for your submission. Guys, help us to press on the like button, please. We don't have much people today, so we're rounding up soon. But let me go to Mr. Chuks Obiboeze. Mr. Chuks Obiboeze, it's good to have you on the panel today. Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Elvis. Good evening, everybody on the panel. Dr. CM, Engineer Francis, and the host of others. And of course, those watching us, those who are in the comment section, I'm happy to join you guys today. You know, I will always be on the background, but you know, it's tough these days. You know, plus Nigeria is not giving anybody hope. You know, so but you know, I thank you guys for keeping it up. You know, motivating people like us. You know, who felt that we are running out of patience. You know, yeah, I would want to speak on Wole Soyinka. You know, I thank the likes of Dr. CM again, and I think Mr. Jonathan. You know, they really covered a lot, and of course, Mr. Alex. They really covered a lot of this very man. I was just so angry listening to this man speak. And you know, if we watch from our rise, you know, we can see where the whole thing are coming from. You know, it's all about elites. Once you are not among the elites, you can go and die for all they care. We can hear the likes of Dr. Abati. Well, I heard him say it. Insult. People who cannot insult you face to face. Dr. Abati, leave Nigeria. Leave Nigeria. Go to any country. And let us see if you can stand anybody. Because you are in Nigeria. It's all about elites. They bully you, they bamboozle you. What is even this insult you are talking about? What is an insult? Can we define what is an insult? Can we define it? Because I'm sure if we define an insult, the likes of Wole Soyinka shouldn't be talking anywhere. Mr. Abati, because I'm not going to call you doctor, because that is to disrespect the likes of Dr. CM. I'm not going to call you a doctor, because you that are explaining to us. I don't want to use the word Wole Soyinka use. I promise myself not to use it. You know, but the likes of Dr. Abati is coming to lecture us on that, to explain what it means. Thank God for Rufai, because Rufai made it clear to them. Your time have gone, and there's no way, I repeat, there's no way you're going to run it back. It's impossible. I think one of the things that sets Wole Soyinka off is they took away the weapon he used to bully Nigerians I mean, not Nigerians, his mates and the younger ones that's very close to him. They took away those weapons, which is the media. Because anytime he wants, he just call one newspaper, come here, and they start to talk whatever. I'm not like him. I'm not gonna, insult him or use some unkind word or against him. I'm tempted to do, but I'm not, because they've taken away this thing that he used in bullying people. That's the only reason why he's angry. I'm telling you. That's the only reason why he's angry. For those who don't know, he was a former business partner, rice import of Aguado. So probably that's why he's protecting his interests and protecting the interests of Aguadorians. But on this occasion of social media, there's nothing he can do about it. If he likes, let him tell Aguado to ban it. There's nothing he or Aguado can do about it. Like Rufai said, if you are serious about it, talk to the owners of this social media. Let's see what they can do. Are they going to do it? Who are you? They're not. They're not going to do anything about social media. And that's why I like the angle Rufai came up with. In the 90s, this same man, they used radio that they were hiding all over the places, mobile radio, to do whatever they did, to chase the military away or to be on the neck of Abacha. And now we are using the best platform that exposes everybody that is involved, and that becomes an issue for him. I mean, I always say this. I used to respect this man, reading, few of his books, reading his, what is it called? Searching his Wikipedia to see what he has done in the past. But from the moment he called Nigerian youth, that name he called Nigerian youth last year, I totally lost the whole respect I have for him, because it tells me that whatever he's done in the past was, just a pretend. I'm not gonna give excuse of his age, because he still articulate things. He knows what he's doing. His family knows what he's doing. Because if his family felt that something is wrong with his him articulating things, they would I don't believe they would just allow him to go to the press and start talking, considering his status in the society. So this is something he calculated, he wanted to do, especially like the previous reason I gave, his weapon of bullying, they've taken it away, and now he thought that African youth will continue to think, hence you are an elder, everything is okay. No, we African youth, we are going to change the narratives. We are going to change the whole way things are being done. There's nothing the likes of Soyinka can do about it. They will fight. Just like in any other thing. They will fight. But I'm so angry that the likes of Dr. Ruben or Mr. Ruben we come up to give an excuse of insult. And that's why, Rufai educated him. He gave him a lesson. Even him, Rufai, is always under attack. Has he advocated, taking the powers of social media? No. Because in the same way, that same social media makes, I don't know who is about it. The same social media. Because I wouldn't have been watching what is it called? Arise News, if not for social media. Am I saying I'm gonna go pay for satellites to watch Arise? No, but because it's on YouTube, which is social media. That's why I'm watching him. It's a pity. It's a pity. And some of these people, we call our elders, we need to be careful. We seriously need to be careful. Because some of them, or many of them, don't even deserve one single respect from us. Not one. I mean, people who want us to remain the same way we are while they enjoy the loot of over 60 years and continue to loot for their kids and preparing their kids to take over the battle from them. We need to seriously ask questions and be careful. Because, like I said, for me, I don't know how many of them I have respect for. Seriously, since last election, I don't know how many of them. I don't want to repeat what people have said, but we know what happened before and after the election, and these people we still call elders. They never said anything before the election. They said we're arrogant, we're insultive. There's no name they didn't call us. And after the election, we see how they bullied us out because we say our eyes on the judiciary. They bullied us out and they still do what they want to do. So we need to be very, very careful about these people. Our problem start and end with these people. And I will stop there. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I don't have anything to say about Wike because each time I see that man on television, I just put it off. I don't even wanna hear what without you, right? Showing this today, I've not listened to Wike speak, right, since he became this minister. Apart from on this very platform, because why would I be listening to the man? Some of us said it while he was, doing show last year. Some of us knew he wasn't real, So since he became a minister, I don't want anything to do with him. It doesn't matter which platform that shows it. Apart from here, because this is my platform, and I will be here and listen, whether I like it or not. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sheikh Sobibweze. Yes, so this is where we belong. This is where we air our own voice, like Ogasiem talked earlier on. He said that they will not allow us to echo or pour out our plight on channels, Arise, or any other mainstream media. This is the only place we can do this, and they are calling us barbarian. Okay, no wala. Let's move on, people. I appreciate you all. We've come to the end of the first submission. We're going to have our final submission right now. Guys, thank you very much for your time. We're almost 3 hours. I believe we'll run the 3 hours here. So this final submission, I'm going to give, let's do 6 minutes. I think will be nice. Let me come to Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, please give us the final submission. 6 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Thanks to everyone, to all the submission today. After listening to all the submission, from everyone on the panel, the likes of Mr. Alex, Dr. CM, Mr. Chooks, You know, everyone and even the caller, I just come to the conclusion in the last hour or so that what we have in Nigerians, the so-called elite, they call themselves elite. So I will refer to them as so-called because you can define it in any other way than what we know it to be, elite. I'll put it there, quote and unquote, elite. I will call them educated barbarians. That's what they are. They are just educated, because you can be educated and still be uncivilized. Education does not class you to bring you to that class of civilized people. No, you can be well educated and still be profoundly uncivilized. And that's what I will call them. They are educated barbarians. Because I don't see someone who is educated, who is not a barbarian, that will support a rigged election. First of all, to start with, let's start on that basis. I don't see that. I don't see someone who is civilized, as they call it in Nigeria amongst themselves, the so-called elite. You are civilized, right? And you can still support a certificate forger. If you are not a barbarian, I don't know what the meaning of barbarian is then. I don't know. Maybe you want to give it another definition. So that's just what you people are. All of them. Put them all in one basket. They are into the basket of barbarians. That's what they are. All of them. None of them has the guts, the effrontery to come out and call people barbarians. You don't, because that's who you are. You are only playing the fast one on people. If you don't know today, henceforth, that's who you are. You are barbarians. You cannot tell us that you are not a barbarian when you cannot come out, at the minimum, speak out, speak truth to power. You can't even do that. You can't even do that. This one, you can even take this one on the whole day to let them know who they are. They just expose themselves. Each and every day they come out and they expose themselves. That's what they do. Each and every day they expose themselves, who they are, who they really are. The issue of, as I was saying earlier on, as I was talking earlier on the issue of the Nigerian money, and I wanted to make a point, but time was not on my side. But let me quickly make that point now. Let me say this. The robbery, the looting of the Nigerian Commonwealth is coming from two fronts, two strategic fronts. The crude oil money, they are stealing that. Everybody knows that. Fine. That's one front. The second front is that because it's a country that they call a country, a government, which in some sense is a business. They run it as a business because they have income and expenditure. That's how a business runs. You have income and expenditure. Therefore, they will come out with a budget every year. On that front is another looting. So they are looting Nigeria from two fronts. Because the money they are looting from the crude side is no longer enough and sufficient for them. Because if you earn money from crude oil and the money is sufficient enough for you, that is the money that is needed to run the country with all incomes, internally generated revenue that is coming. That is still not enough. They are now also looting from borrowed money. So they loot from crude oil, first of all. They are looting that mercilessly. They are also looting the borrowed funds. So those are the two ends where they are looting Nigerians' money. If it were to be the crude oil alone, we might even say, okay, fine. It is my own resources. I'm looting myself. After all, at the end of the day, I'm not going to pay somebody for anything. It's my own money. I'm looting. I'm depleting my own resources. But you are also looting the borrowed money, which you are responsible to pay back at some point in the future. So they are looting that as well. The Nigerians just don't ask the simple questions. If you get money from crude oil, when you borrow, why are you finding it difficult to pay the borrowed money? Why are you still financing the borrowed money? You can see, and I hope Nigerians can just see. They believe that people will not understand this, that it's a little bit technical, it's kind of complicated, people will not see through it. But guess what? No, this is 2024 now. This is 2024, and Nigeria is moving on. The looting, the ongoing looting of the Nigerian Commonwealth is not just from crude oil. That is why they will come up with budget, and they will say it emphatically, clearly, expressly on their own budget. They will say the money we will use to finance this budget will come from two sources: borrowed funds and internally generated revenue. Ask them about the internally generated revenue. It's all lie. The entire internally generated revenue of 18 trillion naira, ask them where is the money again. These people they are just looting Nigeria back, front, back, right and left, center. If you sell something, at least we show the money. See, as Sanusi said, he said the minimum per capita income for Nigeria will be $4,000. That is still you are still not a rich country. If they are actually using that crude oil, if they are actually bringing it home, per capita in Nigeria will be $4,000. Do you know what that is? Per capita. Well, that means that one individual in Nigeria per capita will be $4,000. That is still even considered you still consider it not to be rich, but that is what Nigeria will be. Just the crude oil alone. They are not bringing the money home. They are not bringing it home, and they are lifting this crude oil every day until somebody asks them, where is the money that you are bringing home on a daily basis, not monthly, not quarterly, not annually, daily. I understood the fact that oil business is contract, and it is called future contract. It's called future contract, which means that the crude oil that you will sell in April, the one that you will get paid in April, you sold it in January, but you will get paid in April. That's how it is structured. Okay, fine. Where is the money for September? Where is the one for October? Where is the one for November and December? Considering the fact that the one for January, even for December, has not hit the Nigerian account. But where is the one for September, October?
All these questions that you are asking now is a wonderful question, but unfortunately, we are not going to get anyone that will answer it. That's the fact.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis. See, the way Wole Soyinka came out today is everything you are doing on this platform is eating them, whether they like it or not. And one of the areas or the reason why they are going away with it is because people are not informed. Once they know that people are aware, that is the starting point. That is how we can fight them. They must know. If somebody is stealing your money and you don't know, they will continue to steal. The day you are aware that this person is stealing my money, that is the day, that is the beginning of the end of that loot. So everything we are saying now is so critical. We must let them know, so that at the end of the day, they will not come out and tell you that Nigeria doesn't have money. Nigeria, that there is no money. You can't come out and tell us that. And then when they go and borrow again, because I know we're going to hear another one coming. In fact, if you go to the World Bank website now, there is another negotiation going on. It has not been approved. Normally, World Bank they will update their website, because that one, corruption no day for that one. You can't use Nigerian corruption. This one is World Bank.
they publish it. There are ongoing now. Those ones that they call, you will see status unapproved. But go there again in about 30 days or 60 days time, you will see approved. Approved. You will see there are some that are still going now. They are all there. They think that because they know that Nigerians don't check all these things, it is what they come out and tell us that we just take. And one thing that pains them so much is when they come out and tell us and they see some people not taking it. That thing pains them. That is why they will come out with propaganda, because they want to shovel it down Nigerians' throat. They want to come and lie. Just take it, go in, enter your house, go and sleep. We've said it, and that's it. That's why Wike can come out and tell lies about the security situation in Abuja. That is why Oyo state government can come out and say it is dynamite, when we all know that it is not dynamite anything. And they want you to take it, swallow it, don't say anything. So when they now see people challenging their position on every subject, that is why they come out with their propaganda. How Nigerian police will come out that they have arrested somebody, when we know Nigerian police very well. When was the last time Nigerian police came out that, okay, there was a kidnapping in Abuja yesterday. We are now notifying the public that there was a kidnapping. Please be on the lookout. Put out all the information, numbers to call or anything. Nigerian police will not do that. It is only when people are reacting, when people are shouting and people are screaming, then they will react. And they will react with propaganda. They react with propaganda. That's what Nigerian police, and they want you to believe it. They want Nigerians to believe it. So that is the state where we are today in Nigeria. But we will continue saying it the way it is. And I know that the more we say it here, it eats them. It really, really eats them. Really, really hard. And it forces them to commit more and more error. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone. Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. Thanks for your deep analysis. You know, you always doing this. You know, thank you very much. God bless you. But in terms of the police is not just 100% bad, though, to be honest, if you want me to say. Because just yesterday here, I believe, no, day before yesterday, I saw where police sharing their emergency number, although I not call them, I not call the number. They share their emergency number in case of you know, you find any suspicious movement in your area, you should call social numbers and all that. You know, if you have to go check it, you know, let's say fine, you know, none of us is happy 100% with our police force, but let's ask ourselves, how are they treating this police force, these police officers? Are they getting paid? Are they? I don't know. So every angle is messed up.
The way Nigerian police works, we all know. If there is a crime, if somebody is murdered today in Nigeria, and that murdered person happens to come from one of the so-called politician family or a top person in Nigeria, they will tell the Inspector General of Police, produce somebody, otherwise your job is on the line. And they will go and bring out one criminal. They will go and bring out one criminal and say he's the one, because they must do something.
All right.
That's how they work. And how do you want to believe that kind of force, that kind of police force that is so criminal? I know that, yes, if you give a Nigerian policeman 1 million naira, he will kill. He will kill for 1 million.
No, not all. Yes,
Say
some
one.
of them will.
Say 1 million, Jonathan. You are too generous. 50,000. Like say 1 million easy to get. How many Nigerians? If you tell them go house, bring 100,000. How many? Count. Just enter house, give us 100,000 within 2 days. It's not easy. Now you talk 1 million. 50,000. Give 50,000.
All right. Let me come to Gina Francis. Gina Francis, please give us your final submission, sir. 6 minutes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Actually, Madam Minister, maybe I was very angry the last time I spoke, but please, when you took off from your office and went to the Chief of Army Staff's office, what were you going? I mean, what did you ask him? Did you ask him a question based on what you don't know? It was Barack Obama. I remember a time the press were badgering him on something with regard to Hillary Clinton. And he told them that he wants to sit down and talk with Hillary Clinton. That he wants to know what he is talking about before he opens his mouth. Madam, it looks like you went to the Chief of Army Staff's office and opened your mouth without knowing what you're talking about. To know what you're talking about, you should request at least 30 minutes uninterrupted, no eavesdropping, private talk with Ruth Ogunleye, with your own detective and your video recording it, 30 minutes at least. And you should have even gone or sent somebody to meet her father, because she reported this thing to her father. And her dad went to meet this Colonel Abdul Karim. And her dad came and couldn't give her anything to help her. You can imagine how helpless that man felt, knowing that he can't do anything to save or help his daughter. Said, obey the last command. That was what that man told him. You should have at least sent your investigators to find out that particular part. That will give you the kind of weapon you need when you go to see the Chief of Army Staff. And when you request to see this girl alone with your investigator and your video camera, you will know what you're listening to. And then after talking to her, you will find out that the bank paper showing that he has been paid $1 billion or whatever is immaterial to this. We don't care about whether they held her salary or not. We care about her sanity. These people are making her run amok. She is losing it. But she's a tough soldier, because you can tell how she is enduring all these, holding it inside. Madam, to get a very good idea of how you will act, I want you to imagine that this girl is your daughter, and then go and listen to that videotape again. After listening to it, tomorrow morning when you get to the office, let me see what you will do. It's just that simple. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that they have exerted serious mental torture on this girl. They have done more than enough. Of course, I heard that there are some international groups that are now getting interested in the case, but should you not have done more? Should you not be the authority? Let me tell you this. If you think that that picture of you and those army officers, that group picture you guys took, if you think that nothing makes me happy, you should be ashamed. It makes me very furious. You're not supposed to be their buddy or their pal. The only person you should take a picture with that you will show us is Ruth. It's Ruth, not the army officers, because they are all covering the behind of those their fellow officers all the way to Abdul Karim in Ojo cantonment. So we don't even want to see you smiling with them. Not to talk of a group picture, everybody is smiling as if everything is peachy keen, when this girl is out there rotting, and you guys are there. Do you know the kind of propaganda? Do you know how they will talk to her after you left? They will make her feel like, oh, that even you came and you have abandoned her too. They are playing some serious mental game on this girl, trying to make her feel that the whole world has left her. And then the next thing, you guys will come and tell us she committed suicide. Youths of Nigeria, don't take this thing, and no suicide thing from these people, because they are the ones about to finish this girl. Youths, go out to that woman's office. Let her go with you guys to the COA, and you guys see this girl with your own koro eyes. Enough of this deception. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Engineer Francis. God bless you, sir. Thank you. One thing I like so much about you, Engineer Francis, you know, many of us have seen your picture, your video. You've opened your video a couple of times. You know, you are an elderly man, and you come out all the time speaking for how Nigeria can be better. That is, you know, if you still look at CM Nana and others, you know that, okay, these are average men. You know, CM never reached 60. You know, CM young for face, you know. But looking at you, sir, coming out to speak for us every day, I would just want to say thank you. May God bless you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let me come to Mr. Shooks, because I want CM to be the last to speak. Mr. Shooks, please give us your final submission. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you once again, Mr. Elvis. One question I want to ask here, you know, is Professor Soyinka that is, you know, so caring for Nigeria. You know, I don't know if anybody have heard him speak about the state of our economy. You know, because is he waiting till the dollar hit 5K to Naira before he can speak? I say the hypocrisy with these people we call elders is too much to bear. You know, that is why sometimes, you know, I can't handle it. You know, it is my nature. I can't handle it because somebody's seeing the real danger with the future of the country he so much loved that he speaks about people being uncivilized. I mean, you know, I wonder every day, you know, these people who come up to speak, you know, and they tell you, oh, don't worry, Nigeria will be fine, you know, the elders is at the helm of affairs and all this, you know, and things are going wrong. There's one adage in my language that says a grown-up person cannot be at home and allow a goat to die while it's being tied. That's what these people are doing to us. We are like the goats. We've been tied. They see us dying, and yet they have nothing to help. There's nothing to offer. He is here, you know, demanding the blockage of social media, while Naira is heading to 2,000. That beats my imagination. I don't even know how to say it, because I just sit down listening to what Alhaji Sanusi said. Then you question the lives of, you know, you question, you know, about the lives of Wole Soyinka. Are they not seeing the same thing? Is it because he's well-to-do? He can afford 3 square meals without thinking. I mean, it's some of those things that makes me angry when his life speaks. And thank you, Dr. CM, for reminding some of us, or to tell some of us who don't even know, when he was, you know, insulting and bullying a whole president's wife and nobody. I'm not sure what Mr. Ruben Abati said about that. when he was there. Can you imagine somebody right now describe Remi Tinubu in that manner? Let's just just try this now. Last time, just because a young man said Aisha Yusuf, Aisha Buhari is feeding on our money. That's why she is fat. We know what happened. We knew what happened. So can we say something about the present president, the wife, the same way? Well, Soyinka talked about patient good luck. I mean, it's unbelievable what is happening. But Nigerian, we will keep fighting. Let us not get tired. Some of us are getting tired, but let us not get tired. And that's why I thank this very platform, because I tell you, if not this platform, I would have turned my back on Nigeria. I know I'm suffering it, but there's nothing I can do about it. I used to say this during the heat of last election, when people are telling me not to come out and vote. I say I rather be in another man's country and let them do whatever they want with me, because I can endure that. One thing I will console myself is, if they don't see me here, nothing will happen. Just like one of the adage in my language says again, the sea can only take whoever comes to the sea. If he doesn't see your foot on that, it won't take you. So it is unbelievable what is happening. But I thank you, Mr. Elvis. I thank you, the likes of Jonathan, Mr. Jonathan. I thank the likes of Dr. CM, Mr. Alex, and everybody, all the ladies that are coming here to speak, because they give me that strength. They give me that strength. I have not been to Nigeria since 2017, and I swore not to go to Nigeria if Atiku or Tinubu gets into that office. Except there's a brutal change that will come in, I will go and join that brutal change. But just to say, let me go because it's my father's land, let me go because home is home, that is a lie. I can endure whatever that is happening to me here, but I can't endure what will happen to me where I call home. Because if we all realize what the meaning of home, it means peace. Home means peace. That's why when you finish whatever you're doing outside, you say, I'm going home. That's where you go and find peace. So if that peace is not there, I don't know how I can go there and call it a home. Thank you, Mr. Elvis, and good night, everyone.
All right, Mr. Shuksabiboise, God bless you, sir. Thanks very much for your time with us today, and thanks for your wonderful submission. I'm happy that at least we managed to, convince you that Nigeria can be better. So at least, yeah. Although I'm not surprised, because a lot of people have lost hope already in Nigeria. So I'm not surprised when I hear things like that, because people do talk to me privately as well. A lot of people actually talk to me after every hope were dashed during the time of the 2023 presidential election, that they are done. They are done with Nigeria. In fact, a lot of people told me as well that they're not going to visit Nigeria at all until Tinubu is out of power. They are not going to visit at all. So this is not a joke. A lot of Nigerians are not going to visit Nigeria during this Tinubu's regime, and a lot of them have given up on Nigeria in totality. And don't forget, before I go to Mr. CM, don't forget that a lot of people that came out during the time of the campaign, supporting Peter Obi and all that, you know, they were not actually coming out because Peter Obi is an Igbo man. That's why they were supporting him. A lot of them that have lost hope before, previously for Nigeria, they now get to realize that, oh, even though I don't lose hope, so this country will still feel work. Make I support this man. That is the reason why people were supporting him. For me, I do, man. I supported Peter Obi. So I was not supporting Peter Obi because I'm an Igbo man. I look at all the candidates and I noticed that the only candidate that can change Nigeria amongst all of them is Mr. Peter Obi and Omoyele Sowore. So when it now comes to both of them and I did comparison, Mr. Obi was having a lot of weight in terms of followership. Why Sowore was very, very tiny when it comes to comparison with Mr. Peter Obi. Then I decided to follow Peter Obi. Then I talked to Sowore privately as well. Okay, this is it. I'm sorry. It's not because I don't like you, my brother, or anything. But look, everybody's here. Let's do this. So what I'm trying to say now is that it's not because he was an Igbo man or anything. No. Nigerians, a sensible Nigerians right now should know that this is not the time to support somebody based on tribalism, based on he came from my village or anything, or we go the same church together, or we work together. No, this upon all this suffering that we all are suffering right now, supporting somebody at this particular time should be someone with competence. You know, a competence that is somebody that you can that have a track record, not just a record, a track that you can track. Just like I come on air every day, I tell people that nobody have anything against me. I'm telling you to go do research about me. That's what it means. And it's on air. It's not like we are discussing in the living room or discussing in our kitchen and it's between you and I. Saying that on the public space, it means that go do your research about this guy. Who is this guy? That's what Mr. Peter Obi was saying. And don't also forget that Mr. Peter Obi said it. He said, and I quote him, "If you find any kind of corruption in my name, I will stop campaigning." As these people hate Peter Obi rich, they could not at least find one, may they bring him down. So what I'm trying to say here before passing to Mr. CMD, so let you guys know that, please, if we want Nigeria to work, we should stop supporting anybody just because the person is from our village. If we don't stop that, we are not going anywhere. Thank you. Augustine, give us your final submission. 6 minutes.
Okay. Thank you, Niger Watch. Actually, there's one funny something. Maybe you must have seen it. Probably you are keeping it for tomorrow or something. You know, there's a short video in which said they will now convert Nigeria, convert out to be collecting taxes for government. I don't know whether you've seen it.
I've heard of it, but I've not seen it. I'm listening.
No,
somebody tell me.
No, you go see. I think it was no be say hearsay now direct from the horse's mouth. The person in charge of tax.
But it was in Arise as well, Mr. Elvis. They spoke about it in Arise.
You go see, and that one you go raise your goose pimple again. Where don't subside. Your goose pimple go rise. Wow. You know, Nigeria sabi convert. Okay, why can't youth corpers are graduating? You so need them. Why not go to youth service camp? People with first class honors, 2-1, 2-2. Recruit them, read and write public test. Maybe you recruited like you shortlist 20,000 because then go boku. Then in the end, maybe in 10,000 you need. At least they do test. Then you say, tout, where they smoke ganja, they one corner, they do in own. They snatch money from people because as a tout now you are not accountable only to your stomach. Now you want give and government work. How? Somebody said this na Tinubu brothers, Tinubu system in Lagos. Now I want use for federal capital. You see, this is funny, but it's true. That is what they are saying, and people are even pushing back immediately. How can you in a country like Nigeria? There are graduates coming out to at least conduct exam, CBT, computer-based exam, just to screen them. By the time you put up this type of adverts in every state, you will see hundreds of thousands. They write a test, stage by stage. Eventually, you get the people you want. Has he come to taking touts? Say you want to give touts job. If you now need a job, then Nigeria, from your youth service, when you finish, you go and start touting. Maybe the next round, they come and recruit you to come and be a tax officer. Before, it used to be some Boko Haram. We were exchanging fire. Some may surrender, some you catch them, say now they've repented, and now they are part of our army. Hey, I keep asking this question. I think I'll be posing it every day. Is Nigeria heading towards Somalia, or is Nigeria moving away from Somalia? There's no simple and wrong answer. There's no right and wrong answer the way they say. Just argue your case. Just have your facts ready. Any side you choose, argue it very well. But don't look stupid though. If you are doing it, that is the issue. Don't look stupid. But you are at liberty to argue it. Is Nigeria moving towards Somalia the way things are now? Or Nigeria is moving away from Somalia? So you decide. Anyway, Nigeria Watch, thank you very much for today. I'm happy we were able to discuss some of these things. The only thing is in Nigeria, what I've noticed in Nigeria is that anybody can be an elite. Anybody. Don't be surprised. Anybody can claim to be an elite. As long as you have access to channels, television, Arise, TVC, AIT, I think there any other one, then maybe Punch or Guardian flash you. You are now elite. Whatever you say should be given a pride of place. Even when it doesn't make sense, even when it is mockery. Ordinarily, a country as depressed as Nigeria is, most people will be, in fact, people will even be saying, please, some youths, some unemployed youths, some this, come and feed in my house. Come and take some food so that don't go into crime. Let's find you something to do. I've been living in a mansion. I can decide to sell part of this, use it to go and set up a social housing. Some people could do it. Some have so much money. Even if your EFCC hasn't come to you, you can decide that no, from what I'm seeing, particularly when you are getting close to your departure lunch, the way they say, what are you? Okay, your kids, you must have settled them. They're in good they've all studied, have good means of livelihood. Even you've got grandchildren, and you know that your generation can never lack anymore, as long as this world is concerned, because you've done a lot to set them up. Now, in the course of setting them up, you must have, misappropriated some money or did not play by the rule very well. After, if it's in US, if you don't play by the rule like I had, then you spend some time in jail. But in Nigeria, you don't play by the rule. It's only if you are caught out. And if you are caught out, you know what to do. If you can't do it, then it will be difficult. So why can't some people, those that claim they are rich, some of these businesses that there are some Nigerians that can easily syndicate 1 billion naira, 50 billion naira from all around. Say, look, we want to set up a farm settlement scheme. Let's go to agriculture. Import tractors, tell youths, come. This is for you people. You give out to the society. There's this thing. So my time is up. Okay, let me end on this. There is this think tank, the best in the world, they call it. It's called the Brookings Institution in Washington. The Brookings is the name of a man. The man was a billionaire in his time. He has to use it to set it up. That is where they do research on economics for American government. It's a free something, donate every. So why can't this is the time Nigerians should bring out. If really you feel that you have some milk of human sympathy, don't criticize anybody. Under normal circumstances, according to Taisho Lare, every child is gifted if you give them the same opportunity. Now that we are battling this type of thing, the least the likes of Soyinka should do is to come out and be talking. This social media is not meant for his generation. If there had been social media when he set up pirate fraternity, he would have done worse than that. I rest my case. Thank you, Niger Watch.
All right. Yes, sir.
The president congratulated Reno
Reno
Omokri.
Omokri. Yes, I
And
saw it.
who is worse or uncivilized on social media like Omokri? I mean, Nigeria is all these elders, they are laughable people.
At least finally, Reno Omokri cannot be traveling to Nigeria now. You know, he was on Ezai all this while. So, you know, so he's happy. Anyway, let's hear from Oga Chris. Thanks, Oga Chris, for calling in. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Nanjawatch, and thank you very much for the opportunity to contribute. Good evening, everybody in the panel, the people in the comment section. My name is Chris. I'm calling from Dublin. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. Nanjawatch. Well, I've been listening to the program since. I didn't want to say anything because I just believe that at this stage, Wole Soyinka is not somebody we should worry about. He has completely demystified himself. So it's very clear which side he belongs to. He's simply a tribal bigot. And so the reason I actually call him is to answer Dr. CM's question. Dr. CM, we were asking, are we heading towards Somalia or where are we going to? You see, Dr. CM, it's a very vital question, but unfortunately, Somalia as it stands is better than Nigeria. The reason is very clear. You see, Somalia, it is well defined. The United Nations has defined Somalia as a problematic spot. So what that means is that citizens of Somalia, anytime they are able to get out of their country and goes to any developed country, they can always get the necessary help that they need. But if you look at the website of the United Nations, Nigeria is not classified as a problematic country. So what it means is that citizens of Nigeria, if you find yourself in any Western world, they cannot give you that necessary help that you desire. They believe that your country is okay, but it's just that people are mismanaging your country. According to them, your country is okay, there's no problem, everything is fine. But Somalia is well defined. So Somalia citizens, they have a lot of advantages. For example, if they want to go to school, anywhere they find themselves, they have many free courses they can take. There are many things they want to apply for, they don't need to pay because the situation in Somalia is well defined. But the situation in Nigeria is not well defined. It's a state of, how do I put it? Yes, just like somebody said, I think it was you, Dr. CM. It's just, they know Nigeria is doing balance and it's just trading. They are using the country for trading. At the end of the year, you look at your profit and your loss and then you make budgets. So it's very unfortunate that I have to say this as it stands now. Somalia is a lot well defined and better than the situation we have in Nigeria. Thank you very much for the opportunity to contribute.
Okay, dokie, Oga Chris. Thank you, sir. God bless you. All right, my people, we've come to the end of this broadcast. May God bless every one of you. Augustine, do you want to say something?
Well, and Chris, make you. Oh my. Okay. Yes, it's not muted. Okay, Chris in Dublin, try and be showing up in the panel. I know you may not be chance, but once in a while, please. We need your presence much more than your phone call. You try and come because when we add our voice to yours, make a complete whole. Remember, people listen to us. If you can't go to channel, this is where they come to because they know everything here will be looked into from different angle, unlike what they do in mainstream media. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Augustine. All right, guys, we've come to the end of this broadcast. 3 hours, 21 minutes, and still counting. Yes, that's the proposed time that we can take. I appreciate you all, everyone that came to the panel today. Dr. CM, thank you very much. Mr. Shuk, Sobiboise, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan Kisley. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Alex, Gina Francis. Thank you, Omashola. Thank you. And those of you that called in, thank you very much, Madam Origin. Thank you, Oga Chris. And I think that was your little course today, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Thank you very much, my wonderful people. And on the comment section. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you. Thanks for all you do. Always, always, always. Thank you very much, Michael Organemaro. Thanks for your support earlier on. I appreciate you. Thank you. Mr. Pansa, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Mr. Pansa, you actually joined us from beginning to the end today. Hey, I don't understand. Mr. Pansa dedicated his time today. You were active on the comment section throughout. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. And thank you, Michael and Amaro, once again. You are there on the comment section. Thank you very much. And I can see Tony Amaduke, I can see you as well. Thank you, Abu Aziz. Thanks for all you do, sir. I appreciate you. Freedom Simple, thank you very much. And Janet, thank you. Thank you. And Wike there. Sin TV, Black Panther. I think saying I fine, I will go find you, but it never reach. Would they cook your matter for corner? Now fine, better fine. Augustine, you understand now? Better fine. I was supposed to find them. You know, you need to pay some bills.
Make first of all, you go to fumigate the window first. That they recommend. When you fumigate with Gamalin 20 or all those industrial chemicals, you spray them for window. And I know say you don't start because if you repel back, so even if you go repellent, you go just when you fumigate, you go repellent. So that should be the antidote. Sort of, you go fumigate window.
I miss our regular voices today,
Okay, yeah, Black
anyway, nevertheless, body not be firewood. I understand you guys cannot be frequent every day. It's not easy. It's not easy, but I'm proud of you all. Let's continue to do our part. Like I normally say, hopefully, fingers crossed that we'll have a better Nigeria in our time. It's not a guarantee. It's what we are hoping for. While we are hoping for it, we are putting in the effort and all that. You and I are getting old. That's it. So for me, it's my wish for Nigeria to be better in my time. So let's continue to do our best. By God's grace, we'll get there. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate every one of you right there. Give us our mandates. It was with us yesterday. Day before yesterday, I guess. It's still try. Not easy every day. It's not easy. I know these are people that's always here. Black Panther. Yes, Madam Luke. We have not heard from Madam Luke as well. I think for 2 days as well. And we get many people. Where is Madarita? Yay! We never hear from Madarita as well.
Wait, on that Madam Luke issue. I know the last time I listened to her, probably I was absent. I know she was sort of annoyed with the reaction or something. Please, Madam Luke, don't take it to heart. That one don't pass. So remember, one person may annoy you, but the other 9 are your friends. So the more the merrier. Make you not take them to heart. That one don't pass. If not because of that, I beg.
That's why we call it panel. It's only this panel you can see. People offend you. But for me, I normally advise people don't take it to heart, because if we take it to heart, we are not going to get anywhere. Maybe that's why we are where we are today, because we take everything too serious. Some of us go verse, will not they rest. Maybe I make Nigeria the way it did today. So, but please, for me, I not believe I get anybody at the verse with. I feel your verse right now. I'm done. After the next day, I move on. That's how it's supposed to be. Just that it's not easy to manage human being, man. It's not easy. But nevertheless, I love you all. I appreciate every one of you for all the effort you guys are putting in there. Yeah, thank you very much, my people. There we've come to the end of this broadcast. Ray Boat, thank you very much. Joy Otaho, thank you. I appreciate you all. Thank you. And yeah, Mother Patricia was here earlier on, but she left without not saying anything. I believe it could be network or engagements. Yes, but nevertheless, I appreciate every one of you. Martina Obasi TV came in today to support us. God bless you, madam. I saw your comment earlier on. God bless you. I appreciate you. Daughter of Zion, Freedom Sipo, thank you, my wonderful people. Now God bless all of you now. Now, people, allow me to end the show right now before we go pluck. And as they talk now, say, if I not quick press the button, make I end, and there you can see, say, someone like Black Panther will come from back. Then you can see two Nigeria come follow and come. Because see, so before they go start to the enter inside, make I kukuma end the show right now. Okay. Our people, now God bless you now. Good night. Thank you, Augustine, and thanks everyone. Bye for now.
I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. Go there, biza. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan akanbi. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan. But I know they do competition with anybody. Forgive me, show me love, oh, I go show you love, eh. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, oh, I go show you love, oh. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan. They do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Tó bá ti sanwó fún Ṣẹ́gun Nnamdi o, ẹ fẹ́ jókù. Alákọ̀bí Ṣẹ́gun Nnamdi. Alákọ̀bí Sábà Mẹ́la. Anybody? Any bobo. Anybody? Mo ló ń fọlú, ó gbà mí bó ṣe rí mi láti kíníṣí. Délé mo ló ń fọlú, ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Délé o.